KMTI, your sports leader in South Central Utah, now presents Snow College Badger Sports on the radio. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now let's get started with live sports play-by-play action on KMTI Radio.
And a good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Badger football action on KMTI AM 650 on Local10.tv, Centricom, and on MTCC Channel 3, and also on the Snow TV YouTube channel. Gary Chedester along with Greg Sterner for this afternoon's broadcast. A somewhat rare afternoon contest, although this year we've had two of them, but it's mainly to accommodate the teams that are coming here to visit, Greg.
Yeah, flying hours across the country to get here from Scranton, Pennsylvania, Lackawanna is,
yep.
right? Yeah.
Home of the office.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. that's exactly right. I'm sure they hear that often.
I bet they do. They should be the Lackawanna paper product. I don't know.
There you go.
That was not funny at all.
The salesman. I don't know. Yeah. The Dwights.
The Dwights. There you go. That would be funny. The Badgers coming in on a bit of a roll. They've rarely been here at home in the month of October, and the only home game that they did have, they lost to Iowa Western. But they've been on the road to ASA Miami, Georgia Military, and Kilgore, Texas, picking up wins in all three of those locations. And the Badgers have finally battled back to that number 4 spot, which is a key spot. We've mentioned it, I believe, several times. But this year, the NJCAA has a 4-team playoff. Number 1 hosts number 4, 2 hosts number 3, and then the winners of those will travel to Little Rock, Arkansas for the national championship.
Yeah, how cool is it to have that playoff finally in this level of football? To have the home teams be able to host those games and to try and shoot for those top 4 spots like Snow is right now, and maybe a rematch later on for their one blemish.
Yeah. And I know the Badgers, at least Zach Erickson, would like nothing better than to have another shot at Iowa Western, much like I bet Iowa Western wanted another shot at the Badgers last year, because that was their only blemish, but they weren't able to work back into the top. They didn't have the top 4. It was just the top 2.
Yeah.
They I'm sure felt very much the same way. So taking a look at we'll do that in a little bit here. The Badgers hosting Lackawanna, ranked 16th for all intents and purposes. The poll only goes to 15, but Lackawanna is the very first team in those getting other votes. And the Badgers have a bit of an edge there. Hopefully they can hold on to it. The downside for the Badgers is this is their last regular season game, and almost every other conference has a game again next week. Yeah. So that's going to be the real challenge. The Badgers need a convincing win here today.
Yeah, against like you say, just outside of the rankings, a very respectable opponent today in Lackawanna. And if they can come out and put some points on the board and hold the Falcons down, maybe move up to that 3 spot, or at least hold that 4 spot to make it to the playoffs. Lackawanna, they've played a lot of similar teams as the Badgers have. I'm sure we'll get with that later on in the pregame show. But Snow's looked more impressive in the similar games that these two have played. So that's something to watch. Badgers come in definitely favored, but Lackawanna definitely a good team.
All right. We'll take an opportunity for a timeout, a word from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll have the pregame interview with head coach Zach Erickson right after this.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
I'm Dr.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Gary Chedester along with head coach Zach Erickson. And Coach, 2 weeks ago we played at Kilgore, Texas. You came away with a big win. 3 of the top 6 lost that day or prior to that, and we still didn't make it into the top 4. But a good win for you on the road. You finished the road trips now. And I think the big takeaway from that is your defense stepped up big, ended up getting some points, and your special teams came up big and not only scored points but set up the offense for some points as well.
Yeah, it's always a great day when you score in all 3 phases of the game. And when you come back and you watch the tape, we were even better on defense than I thought. From the head coach's standpoint, it's always the bad plays that stick out to me right after the game. But after watching the tape, there really was only 3 plays that our defense just kind of had a small little meltdown that ended up costing them pretty significantly. You know, the 18 broken tackles where
on the screen pass.
We got the right call and and he goes 60 yards for a touchdown. And then the screen pass was later at the end of the game.
Yeah.
The screen pass, we called a blitz that we probably shouldn't have called in that instance. And then, the other one was a big pass right up the seam where our safeties are just not in the right place. They should be, they're just not there. And other than those 3 plays, our defense played lights out, and it was fun to see. And then obviously we get the 3 block punts, and that's just all the credit to those guys on that side of the ball, and that coaching staff on the ST and Coach Kearns, and then our players for executing the game plan. And so it was really good.
So you come back, you go through that whole emotional thing where you think you're going to make it into the top 4, you don't. Then you don't play, and then you make it into the top 4. So that's where we're at right now with Snow College ranked 4th.
Yeah, that's where we're at. And, after we lost to Iowa Western, our goal was just to get back to the top 4 and try to get ourselves into the playoff, because we still think we're one of the best teams in the country, and we think we can play with anybody in the country. And so for us, it's just a matter of get into the playoff and let's play anybody, anywhere, anytime. And so now we have a really big chance, a big opportunity to play a really good Lackawanna team, 6-2 coming in, and hopefully we can make a statement, because as of right now, we don't know if we're going to be playing again after this. And so we got to make a statement against these guys and try to stay in that top 4.
So even though you're in the top 4 and in the playoffs, just setting the stage, you and I both know this, but everybody else listening needs to understand this. You're in the top 4, so you're in the playoffs now. You play this week against Lackawanna, a team that's receiving some votes, a good team, as you say, but then you don't play, and there are still some other teams that are playing, some other teams that are things that are going to happen. So you're basically at the whim of the voters in the polls to be able to keep you at that number 4 spot.
Yep, and so what will transpire? So when we're playing Lackawanna this weekend, the Kansas Conference is starting their playoffs. Mississippi is starting their playoffs. And so we'll have a little bit of an idea of kind of what possibly could happen, because there's a lot of, there's going to be at least 2 one-loss teams, potentially a 2-loss Mississippi, get into this playoff right now. And so our big focus is we have to take care of business against Lackawanna. That we can't worry about any of that other stuff, because that's not in our control. And so the one thing that we can control is showing up and making sure that we are prepared as we can be, and that we play with phenomenal effort and execute the way we need to make sure we can beat Lackawanna to leave hopefully a good taste in the voters' mouths come the next 2 weeks when we're not playing.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about Lackawanna when we come back on the pregame show.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center, where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a third location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3-meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Why do people everywhere love My Style checking?
It has rewards you'll flip for.
I love my Java rebates!
With My Style, the spotlight's always on me.
We can send money with Zelle. Good boy.
For me, it's instant issue debit card.
Find out why people everywhere love My Style checking from Mountain America at macu.com.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Gary Chedester along with head coach Zach Erickson. And coach, this week Lackawanna, you guys have played these guys 3 times in the last 3 years. They've been battles. You've had good competitions with them. This is going to be a good game coming up on Saturday.
It is. Like you said, we're split with them the last 2 times we've played, with both visiting teams winning the previous 2 contests, right? They won here, we won there. And so we're expecting a battle. They're a very good team, sitting at 6-2, and they're a 1-point overtime loss away from being 7-1, and they're probably the 16th ranked team in the country if we went past 15. But we expect them to come in and they're very good defensively. Return a lot of guys from last year's team, and then offensively they've got some skill guys that are phenomenal. Football players to go along with a really good coaching staff, guys that know how to do things the right way. I think their head coach has been there a long time. I don't know how long he's been there, but he's been there a long time, and he's had his guys with him, and they do things the right way. And so
that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it absolutely does. The continuity that you can build in junior college football, if you can keep guys around, is probably a very underrated strength to have on your staff. And so we're expecting a battle, and we know we're going to have to put our best foot forward to be able to come away with a win on Saturday.
Now, you said 2 years ago they played for the national championship, so that should give everybody an indication just how good this team is.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it's an interesting dynamic. I like to think that the last 3 years, including this year, somehow, some way, the road to the national championship has come through Snow College. In 19, like we said, Lackawanna had to come beat us here, and they beat us by 1 or 2 points. They played for the national championship. Then obviously in 20, we played for the national championship. And now you look at what could potentially happen this year, the implications of Iowa Western, us. There's a big possibility that, again, somehow, some way, somebody playing in that game had something to do with either Iowa Western coming here and winning, or us getting back there and playing in that game. So, this is a big game to have. Mid-November, late in the season, these are the type of games you want to play, and we're excited to be able to get this one at home and hopefully make a statement that we think we're still one of the best teams in the country.
Okay, you mentioned the defense that Lackawanna plays a little bit different, something you don't see all the time that could pose some problems with your run game. But you feel pretty confident with your run game. You've had a bye week to be able to get over some little injuries and so forth. Offensive line and running backs are in good shape.
Yeah, they run this 3-3 stack on defense, and they are really good at it. And so it takes away your double team angles. If you're running inside zone, they have an extra guy if you're running gap schemes out of spread formations, and so it makes it a little difficult. Thank goodness we had the bye week. Coach Atwell and myself have been able to kind of tweak our run game to get us some better matchups than what in a normal week. You have 3 days really to kind of get the tape broken down, get a plan put together, and then get it practiced, right? For us, we've been able to kind of dive into this now for 10 days, and so you're able to make a little more adjustments where you need to and get reps in it at practice. It's not making the adjustments, it's getting the reps in practice to know what those things are. And so we've liked the execution over the bye week and in the early stages of practice, game week, and so we're hoping to be able to go out and execute that. And like you said, we've been able to also use the bye week to get healthy again. Targi should be back to full strength, Seth Kalen, and then Carson and John, those guys are all great ball carriers, and so we would expect to see Targi and Seth kind of back out there, kind of how we started the season, with those guys getting the bulk of the reps, and then always know and have all the confidence in Carson and John, and so we look to be able to run the ball pretty effectively and hopefully take some shots when we need to, and then maybe some new wrinkles that some people will see in the run game this week that we maybe haven't done in the past, and that's always fun to be able to have those extra couple of days, because and it's nothing that we don't do. It's wrinkles and makes the defense be honest in what they're doing, and so hopefully we can get it all executed and have a good game.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. We'll be back with the 3 keys for a Badger victory right after this.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Are you looking for a TV experience that you'll love? Then listen up. Mantitel has partnered with Philo to bring you over 50 channels of live and on-demand TV. Stream your favorite shows from networks like Hallmark, Discovery, Nickelodeon, and more. The best part is Philo gives you over 50 channels with unlimited recording on all of your devices, so you can watch what you want, when you want, for only $20 a month. To sign up, go to go.philo.com/mtcc. That's go.philo.com/mtcc. Mantitel, connecting your life since 1907.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Welcome back to the pregame show with head coach Zach Erickson. And Coach, 3 keys for Badger victory. Before we start that, you did mention you've already had a bit of a change in the starting lineup for the offense coming this week.
Yeah, we have, and we'll in a few minutes here we'll all get to see what that is. And so for us, when we talk about things, these are things we talk about weekly, and sometimes they change based on teams that you're playing, but for us, and if you're hearing this, that means you probably watched us all year, and so we've had issues turning the ball over. We have to win the turnover battle. We have to. Last week we had ample opportunities to create multiple turnovers. Fun fact, I just learned this. This week. Coach Jacobson came in my office and told me, he asked me, how many interceptions do you think we've dropped on the season? Meaning our defensive backs have gotten 2 hands on the football. And I guessed 6. Okay. You're guessing 7. 13 times we have touched the ball and not caught the interception. And so we've been there, right? We've had opportunities. We've in the right place. We have produced opportunities to create turnovers. on defense. Our defense has been awesome at that. But then the flip side of that is, I firmly believe our one loss this year, we had 5 turnovers. And if we don't turn the ball over 5 times in that game, we win that game.
Oh, yeah.
And so in games that are going to be close games against good teams, you have to win the turnover mark. You have to win the turnover battle.
Okay.
So that's number one. Number two is explosive plays. We have to have the explosive plays on offense, and we have to stop the explosive plays on defense. And what that means here in our building, right, is runs over 8 yards, we count as explosive plays, and then passes over 20 yards, explosive plays. We have to limit that on defense, and then we have to be able to have those on offense to try to create that momentum. And then what we do, I think, that is unique to everybody else in junior college football right now is we have a huge emphasis on our special teams. And if we can create a big play in special teams, I mean, I don't know that in the 2 seasons that I've been the head coach, there's probably very few of our games that we've played where we haven't had some type of play on special teams be a game changer. You go back to my very first game, Brody Taylor takes the fake punt and runs 40 yards up the sideline. We didn't even call it. He just did it, and he runs up the sideline. Taylor Larson has returned multiple punts for touchdowns. We've had blocked punts. We've recovered onside kicks. And so all of those things, I think, have contributed to our success. And so I would look for something on special teams to happen this week where we need to have a big game-changing play on special teams to make sure that gives us, whether it gives us another possession, whether it gives us points, whether it gives us good field position, whatever that is, we need to have a big explosive play on special teams to continue the momentum of the trajectory that we're trying to go and stay at the top of the poll, 1 through 4.
All right. Coach, good luck to you. We'll talk to you after the game, after another Badger win.
Sounds good. Thanks, Gary.
We'll be back with more after this.
Njcaa Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters.
For the coin toss, it looks like the Badgers have won the coin toss. And I'm guessing that they're going to defer until the second half.
They're kind of thinking about it.
They are thinking about it. Let's run down the top 4, and then you've got some information for us from an article that was written about this matchup. Top 10 teams in the NJCAA right now. East Mississippi is at number 1. Iowa Western at number 2. Both of those teams undefeated. There's only one other undefeated team, and they are getting no love whatsoever from the NJCAA. Jones comes in at number 3. They lost. They're apparently the Alabama of the SEC, which is the Mississippi Conference, because they lost and dropped from 1 to 4 was all.
That's all, huh?
Yeah. And Snow College is now at number 4, so there's your top 4. If it were to end today, Snow College would travel to East Mississippi to play there. Northwest Mississippi, New Mexico Military picked up a loss a couple of weeks ago. Coffeyville, Independence. Monroe College is undefeated. Beat this Lackawanna team by just 1 point.
Yeah.
Undefeated, 7-0, but ranked 9th in the nation. And Hines comes in at number 10.
All right, yeah. When I was doing a little preparation for this game, I went to find out about the Lackawanna Falcons. And LackawannaFalcons.com has one of the best pre-game write-ups really of any game that I've ever kind of looked at. They did a wonderful job for both teams. Some interesting things that came out. One thing I'll mention is they did give a plug for this broadcast as well. So if you're following today online at Snow TV on YouTube, we appreciate you all the way out in Pennsylvania. One thing that I thought was interesting is Coach Mark Duda for Lackawanna. He's in his 28th season for Lackawanna College. You don't see JC coaches stay around that long. A lot of times it's a stepping stone. And to be there for almost 3 decades, that's pretty neat.
And a lot of his assistants have been there for a long time with him as well. That's one thing that Coach Zach Erickson talked about is the continuity makes such a difference in being able to keep your program going.
Oh, yeah, and they've done a great job. 2 years ago in 2019, they actually played for the NJCAA National Championship game against Mississippi Gulf Coast, lost that game. But so these are 2 teams that have played for national championships very recently going against each other, and it's going to be a fun one today, Gary.
I'm excited for it. It's a good test for the Badgers. Of course, they do have to come up with a win to be able to stay in that hunt for that playoff picture. As we mentioned, Mississippi is in the playoffs this week and next week. Kansas is in playoffs this week and next week as well.
These two teams have played a few of the similar opponents, a couple of similar opponents. ASA College in Miami. Lackawanna had a little bit tougher time with them than Snow did, only a 31-21 victory, and I think it was 45-3 for Snow, if I remember right,
yes,
against ASA. One kind of interesting game that Lackawanna's played, and Gary Chittister, with your pull and the weight that you carry in scheduling for Snow College games, this is one that I want you to try and get in the future.
Okay.
Lackawanna played Army JV, the Army JV squad.
Wow.
And if you can get a game, I don't even care if they come back out to Ephraim. Get to Mitchie Stadium at West Point in New York, have Snow College play the Army JV team, and you get to travel out there. That's one of the prettiest settings. I've obviously never been there, but I've seen a lot of pictures, and that would be a fun game. So,
I'm with you. I would love to go and do that one.
Rob Nielsen, make it happen.
All right. The Badgers used to play Air Force Prep and Air Force JV, and I loved going to the Air Force campus. Yeah. That's one of the prettiest campuses around.
Yeah, Colorado Springs. I've been to a game out there. For the Air Force, big. The Air Force Falcons. Not the JV squad, but beautiful setting out there. You're right.
Did you go to the chapel?
No, I did not. I went to the football stadium.
Yeah, you should have gone to the chapel.
I should have. Yeah.
The Badgers kicking off. It's going to be taken at about the 2-yard line, and Lackawanna very slow coming up to the line, waiting for a hole to open, and then finally taken down. That's going to be Delvin Palmer on the return. Flag is down at about the 23-yard line. But the Falcons will take over 1st and 10.
So Lackawanna will take on Georgia Military later on, I think next week or in 2 weeks, later on this year. We'll get that call here. Snow obviously went down to Georgia and defeated Georgia Military earlier this year.
And right now it is Iowa Western is playing Georgia Military. That score in the start of the 4th quarter is 17-2.
Wow. Pretty close.
That's a very low-scoring and very close game. Yeah,
that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
Snow put up a lot of points on Georgia Military.
They did. And Monroe College 56-7 over Sacred Heart University. So 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line for the Falcons. Low snap, picks it up, hands off, and a gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards right in the middle of that offensive line. On the carry is going to be Tyrese Mills. No, that can't be. They're listing him as a DB, but...
Yeah, that's number 5 out there, though.
Okay.
Like you say.
All right. And at quarterback is Barry Brown. Brown in shotgun formation. Throws deep down the sidelines. Good coverage out there by the Badgers. Keontae Scott, incomplete. That play really started strange if you watch the replay here. A bunch of the offensive line didn't even move when the ball was snapped. The interior of the line did not move.
So either they're trying to trick the Badgers or they were tricking themselves. The center was tricking the guards.
So Brown is at quarterback. Now 3rd and call it 7. 3rd and 7, 2 wideouts to the right, or to the left, excuse me. Brown back to pass, throws the out, and that incomplete. Intended out there for Delvin Palmer, and that'll force a punting situation, and the Badgers will hold defensively.
Keontae Scott on the coverage on that one and the last play, the big recruit from Snow in the defensive backfield. Done a great job all year for the Badgers.
And I'm looking down on the sidelines earlier. I did not see Cortez Hogan's in uniform, and I'm trying to find out if he was just late getting ready or if he truly is not playing today. There's the punt, kind of a wobbly punt. Going to be fielded by Taylor at the 48, back up through the middle of the field and taken down at the 45-yard line of Lackawanna.
Yeah, awesome field position for the Badgers to start off this one. Great defensive stand to not give up many yards. What did they give up? About a yard or two there is all on that first run.
Yep.
And just 45 yards in between them and the end zone.
So a new starting quarterback for the Snow College Badgers. It's going to be, actually I thought it was going to be Svoboda, but it looked like Sweeten came in. I'll have to check this. I think it's actually Gabe Sweeten at quarterback.
Yes, that's right.
And hands off to Seth Kalin. And Kalin gets maybe a yard is all. Wow, that is a shock to me. I was told earlier this week that Svoboda was going to get the start today. So something's happened during the week, and it's Gabe Sweeten in at quarterback.
You see Svoboda and Tommy McGrath on the sideline with the headsets, helping the coaches call in the plays. So Sweeten gets a look today.
Sweeten back to pass, looks over the middle, got a man open. It's caught by Leggett. And Leggett dives for the first down. He's going to be just a little bit short.
Yeah, good pass there to the Texas Tech transfer Leggett. Sweeten, the kid that came in late in that national championship game last year after the injury to Garrison Beach. We've seen him quite a bit this year. He's pretty good with his legs, able to run the ball as well.
3rd and short for the Badgers. In the backfield is Targi Lamson. Targi to the left of Sweeten. Sweeten in shotgun. Snap, handoff to Targi. Targi's got the first down, a gain of maybe 2, but that is enough to move the chains.
Good blocking up front that time for the Badgers. Just enough to get that first down inside the 35.
I was down on the sidelines during warm-ups, and this Lackawanna team's got some serious size along the offensive and defensive lines. First down, Sweeten back to pass, has time to throw, goes deep, got a man out there, Leggett makes the catch and the touchdown. Nice throw by Gabe Sweeten, a 34-yard touchdown.
What a job by Caden Leggett to go up right behind the defender. Pretty good defense that time by the Falcons, but just an excellent throw by Sweeten and Leggett to go up and pull it down and dive into the end zone.
Well, I was going to say, I think Leggett is the favorite target of Sweeten. And Leggett has had some pretty good games. He's on a bit of a roll here with some touchdown catches.
Late in the season, for sure. Yeah, the first of the year, you didn't hear his name near as much, but these last 3 or 4 games, he's been catching a lot of balls.
So Stockton Lund is on to try the extra point out of the hold of Taylor Larson. The snap is a little bit low, but it's fielded, and the kick is up and on top of the BAC. And the Badgers lead it by a score of 7-0. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim, 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Back to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. The Badgers on their first possession culminated on a 34-yard touchdown. Gabe Sweeten to Caden Leggett. The point after is good by Stockton London. The Badgers lead at 7-0. And that's at 12:32 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and if you're going to go with a new quarterback against a team as good as Lackawanna, that drive is a confidence booster right there.
So the Falcons back deep to receive. Deja vu all over again here. Badgers kicked this off just 2.5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And they'll do it again here. Stockton Lund approaches. The kick is off. It's coming to the other side of the field. This time it's going to be taken by Cohen Russell. Russell to the 10, hit at the 12, and drilled. Who is down there first for the Badgers?
Trying to get a number there, 37, I think. Alex Morrison.
Yep. And I think, was it? Well, I thought there was somebody else in there.
Yeah, Alex Morrison just flew down the field, was able to get through the Falcon blockers and make a play. Just violent hit down there inside the 20-yard line, inside the 15 even.
Yeah, ball's at the 13-yard line. Second possession here for the Falcons, 1st and 10. Brown at quarterback. In the backfield with him, Tyrese Mills. And 2 wide out, split wide to the right. Snap, handoff to Mills. Mills Gets about 3, maybe 4 yards as he gets out over the 15-yard line, just short of the 17. And a little slow getting up for the Falcons is Donovan Reiser, 6'5", sophomore out of Matawan, New Jersey.
Yeah, that must have been something good because something quick, obvious injury because even the snow defenders were hollering for the Falcon training staff to come out that time.
And Reiser pounds the turf. He's definitely in some pain and probably not even happy about it either. We'll take this opportunity for a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Dr. Jason Standring, Central Valley Medical Center. I wanted to become a doctor because as I grew up, my family had a family doc that delivered my siblings and took care of us when we were sick and if we had to go to the hospital, and I wanted to do the same thing. Family medicine allows me to do that. I love the fact that I can take care of families throughout their lifespan, from birth and throughout their growing years and their families, even until the end of life care. I'm Dr. Jason Standring at Central Valley Medical Center, and we're accepting new patients, and I'm eager to get to know you and your family.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Reiser is able to limp off the field. That's good news. Hopefully we'll see him back on the field. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Falcons from their 17-yard line. Brown at quarterback in shotgun. Back to pass, looks at a crossing route, setting down in the middle, and that's going to be picked off. That ball was tipped, and he was trying to control it by Alfonso Foray, and he got a hand on it one more time, and then it was picked off by Keontae Scott.
Watch this replay if you're watching online right now. The ball gets tipped around. A good hit there by the Badger defender, and it pops that ball up, and Keontae, did you say it was Keontae Scott that came down with that?
Keontae Scott came up with the interception.
What a hit, and what a good play. Snow's just rushing 4 there that time. They're not feeling like they need to blitz, getting enough pressure on the quarterback, and that quick pass is picked off by Keontae Scott.
So the Badgers get great field position now at the 16-yard line. Gabe Sweeten at quarterback, Tarky Lamson in the backfield. Lackawanna jumps off sides. It's a free play. Sweeten. And Sweeten goes down, maybe gains a yard, but I'm sure the Badgers will take the penalty here. As we watch the replay, just the left end jump did not, he was kind of off balance, couldn't get back, and the Badgers had a free play. Sweeten tried to run it, but did not come up with much. So a 5-yard penalty, and the Badgers will have 1st and 5 now from about the 11. Lamson in the backfield, Leggett and Larson split wide to the left. Split wide to the right is Elijah Irvin for the Badgers. Tavita Noah, the tight end, on the left side of the formation. Lamson on the right of Sweeten. There's the read. Sweeten keeps it. They try to strip him. He gets inside the 10 to about the 8.
Yeah, good defense that time by the Falcons to bottle up that read option. Coming to the outside, really there was nowhere to go. If Sweeten would have handed it off that time, it would have been dropped for even maybe a loss.
Delvin Palmer was there from his defensive position. So 2nd down and short. Sweeten back to pass, looks in the end zone, throws to Lamson out of the backfield.
Wow.
Nobody there. And Lamson just walks into the end zone.
That's kind of funny from our perspective here, Gary. I thought he was throwing it away. I couldn't see Targy behind the Falcon defender because the Falcon defender was bigger than him, but Sweeten just put it just over that Falcon defender. 2nd time he's thrown a touchdown pass. Just over a Falcon defender today.
Nice touch by Sweeten. So Sweeten to Lamson, and the Badgers have scored on their first 2 possessions here. And the extra point coming up by Stockton Lund out of the hold of Taylor Larson. The snap is low. The kick is on the BAC once again.
That must be a goal, kicking on the top of that building there, Gary.
We'll take a break. The Badgers now lead it 14-0 with 10 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We'll be back after this.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a third location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Welcome back once again to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. Jacob Mortensen on the TriCaster, engineering and directing this game. We appreciate the students of Snow TV who helped make this broadcast possible. And Maddie Slater, Fargo Slater on the camera. Thank you to them. And we're also streaming basketball, women's basketball, over in the Activity Center. We should mention, too, our volleyball team, nationally ranked volleyball team, is playing for the Region 18 Championship against USU Eastern. That is being played in Rangeley, Colorado.
Nice.
Hopefully we'll have some updates for you. High end over end kick is going to be taken at the 9-yard line. Out to the 20, has some room to run, has a blocker down the sidelines, and finally driven out of bounds, but a nice return by Cohen Russell.
Yeah, and blocking out in front of him, Delvin Palmer, number 2. Just not the biggest guy out there, but he's rushing out in front and laid a couple of Badgers out. So nice blocking out front, good return. Obviously, by far the best field position of the day for the Falcons.
Exactly. This might be able to give them some momentum and turn some things around here as they have the ball at the 47. Again, nice return by Cohen Russell. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Falcons go with an empty backfield now, and 2 wide out split wide to the left, 2 wide out split wide to the right. And a slot back on the right side of the formation. Now they bring a running back into the formation with Brown. Play action, and the pass on a slant to the wide receiver. And that is going to be Colby Young on the reception. That's enough for first down. And the Falcons are in Badger territory.
Yeah, and they're going with some tempo here.
So Brown at quarterback. Again, 2 wide outs to the left, 2 wide outs to the right. And now the officials take a timeout.
Yeah, there must have been some equipment issues or something. But something you see at this level quite a bit is they'll try and stay away. Offenses will try and stay away from a stud defensive back. Lackawanna's not afraid of Keontae Scott out here, but so far, other than that last pass, he's done a great job so far with the interception, a couple of pass breakups.
There's going to be some interesting matchups. Delvin Palmer is in the slot, and he's covered by a linebacker. And I think the Badgers are going to need to find some help for him. Now he moves back into a running back, and they hand it off to him, trying to get to the outside. Nice spin move. A gain of a yard is all. Good defense out there by the Badgers. Brandon Falau comes up to make the hit.
Yeah, you can tell Devin Palmer has some speed. He tried to spin out of that, but Brandon Falau was having none of that.
2nd down and 9 from the Badger 42-yard line. Trips now split wide to the left. Brown in shotgun, has a running back to his right. And a new running back in there, that is Antoine Squire. 5'8" sophomore out of Clinton, Maryland. And the handoff goes to Squire. Squire hit immediately and taken down. And on the tackle for the Badgers is Sony Vunipola. And I have not seen Hogan's. Cortez Hogan's, one of the better defensive linemen in the country, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it's kind of surprising because you would think that's one that Coach Zach Erickson would mention maybe to you in the pregame.
Yeah. So 3rd down and call it short. Call it 8. How's that? Not enough short or long. It's 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. Brown steps back in shotgun. Play action. Looks to the left. Under some pressure. Throws the deep ball. Back there defensively was Francis, and Francis could not catch up to it and make the interception.
Yeah, that center field safety position, just staying way back. And maybe if he would have taken a little bit better route on that, he would have had a pick. But the punt is probably about the same yardage. I mean, you're probably going to end up about the same because that would have been inside the 10-yard line if he was able to pick it off. But
So Taylor Larson will stand back at his 10-yard line. And the punt will come from about the 48. Snap is good. Kick is away. Nice kick over the head of Larson. Larson lets it go. It carries into the end zone, and the Badgers will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
That pass along the left side again was against Keontae Scott. So, like I say, the Falcons aren't afraid to try and pick on him, to try and go at him, and being one of the top recruited DBs in the country. That's a little bit surprising, but he's done a good job so far with 1 interception, and it's kind of been, other than right along the defensive line when they try and run it, everything's been towards his way.
Right. So 1st and 10 for the Badgers, their 3rd possession here at their own 20-yard line. Targi Lamson in the backfield. Sweeten, long snap count. Now he looks to the sidelines. Badgers have Deontay Davis is split wide to the right. Handoff to Lamson. Lamson has a bit of a hole, and he's out over the 25-yard line. So a gain of 5 for the Badgers.
Yeah, and Targi Lamson, he's approaching 700 yards on the year so far. He really ate up those early season, what do you say, Gary, overmatched teams that Snow took on. Targi Lamson, I mean, he was every other touch, it seemed like he was getting a touchdown. And then in these tougher games, he hasn't had quite so many yards, but still a very efficient back for the Badgers.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers for the Badgers. The Badgers have trips to the right, twins to the left. On 2nd down and 5. Sweeten at quarterback. Looks to the left, throws to the left, got a man out there. That pass is going to be caught. Was that Marquise Montgomery? I believe it is. Marquise Montgomery on the catch. Enough for a 1st down.
Sweeten did a good job just fitting that in between 2 defenders. There were 2 Falcon defenders right out there on Montgomery and just put it right on the numbers, right at the sticks, enough to get a 1st down and move the sticks.
Lamson checks back in, and he's in the backfield now behind Sweeten. Badgers go with 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes to Lamson. Lamson looks for a hole, finds a hole, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. He's out over the 40-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Targi Lamson that time, but really excellent job by the Snow Badger offensive line on that right side. If we watch that replay, that hole, Gary Chittister could have ran through that hole.
Limped through that hole. Kingsley Holiday is going to have to come off. He had his helmet ripped off him. Kingsley has had some offers as well.
It's kind of a fun thing about Twitter and social media now is you can see where these kids are getting offered. You know, they're pretty proud of it, and they like to show that. And there's a Snow College recruiting Twitter page that you can follow all that.
Man in motion is Davis. Sweeten has time, loads up, throws deep down the sidelines. Nobody over there.
Yeah.
And walking into the end zone is going to be Deontay Davis, I believe. I believe it was Deontay Davis, so that is going to be, a 60, 50, 59-yard touchdown?
So you see Deontay Davis coming in motion here, and then just kind of a wheel route, almost like you see a running back coming out of the backfield, and the Falcon defender fell down, and it was an easy pitch and catch that time from Gabe Sweeten to Deontay Davis. What a throw.
So Leggett with the touchdown pass reception, Lamson with the touchdown pass, and now Davis with the touchdown pass from Sweeten. Sweeten is making a case that he's going to be the man going forward here. Extra point coming up. Snap is good, the placement's good, and the kick is short of the building. Oh,
jeez.
But Stockton Lund is just...
It was still worth a point.
You're right.
It still made it,
You're
Badger
right.
fans, if you're worried that didn't make it, if you're not watching. That was in.
Okay. Badgers lead at 21-0 with 6 minutes and 42 seconds remaining first quarter. We'll be back after this.
Why do people everywhere love My Style checking?
It has rewards you'll flip for.
I love my travel rebates!
With My Style, the spotlight's always on me.
We can send money with Zelle. Go boys!
For me, it's instant issue debit card.
Find out why people everywhere love My Style checking from Mountain America at macu.com.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Snow College Badgers lead it here in the first quarter by a score of 21-0. The Badgers have had 3 possessions, and they have scored 3 touchdowns, all on passes from Gabe Sweeten. The first, a 34-yard TD from Sweeten to Leggett. The second, an 8-yard TD pass from Sweeten to Lamson. And the last one, a 59-yard TD, Sweeten to Davis. And the Badgers will kick it off to the Falcons. The Falcons back deep to receive. This is a low line drive kick, and it's going to squirt out of bounds. That's unusual.
Yeah, they're obviously trying to keep it away from one side of the field, but yeah, you're kind of frustrated to see it go out of bounds. That's about the worst thing you can do on a kickoff.
So trying to avoid Cohen Russell maybe after that great return that he had on the last one. So this will put the ball at the 35-yard line for the Falcons. Not to belabor the point, but still looking for Cortez Hogans. And I still don't see him on the sidelines either. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Brown at quarterback. He's got 2 wide out, split wide to the right. Low snap. Hands it off straight ahead. A bit of a hole and a gain out to the 40-yard line, so a gain of 5. On the carry this time is going to be DeAndre Scott. DeAndre Scott in the backfield now with Brown.
Yeah, the best running play of the day so far for the Falcons, 5 yards on first down.
2nd down and 5. Brown steps up to the line, now backs back off again. Handoff straight ahead. Scott lowers the shoulder and picks up maybe 3. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
He hit a brick wall down there of the Badgers. I'm not sure who that was that made that stop. We're waiting for PA announcer to maybe announce that. I couldn't get a number out in there. It might have been it might have been Brandon Falau again in on another stop, but good stop for the Badgers.
3rd and short. My guess is Tuiumi Iono.
There we go.
That kind of looks like Tui down there in the middle of that defensive line. 2 weeks ago, he predicted 2 sacks, and I'm like, Tui, you don't even play on passing downs. What are you making that prediction for?
Well, did he get him?
No.
Okay.
Hand off to Mills. Mills tries the side, dives for the first down. It's going to be close. What an effort by Mills to try to pick up that first down. I think he's just short. I tell you, that effort by Mills, though, as we watch that, he launched himself to try to get to the first down marker.
Yeah, going to bring up just 4th down, just short. And they're coming out with an offensive look.
Falcons going to go for it here on 4th and 1. Mills in the backfield. Or excuse me, I said Mills. DeAndre Scott, excuse me. DeAndre Scott was the running back on the last play. And Scott is in there now. And the handoff goes to Scott. Scott has the first down on 4th, and he gets into Badger territory. Nice effort by Scott. I don't know why I said Mills, but that's DeAndre Scott from Stafford, Virginia.
Yeah, right at midfield that time. Good blocking on the right side for the Falcons. Able to get enough for that first down. That's big for them. They needed that first down, the Falcons did.
Agreed.
Just their 2nd first down of the day.
2 wide out, split wide to the left for Brown. Again, Scott in the backfield. Josiah Purdy is the tight end on the left side of the formation. Handoff again to Scott. Scott this time battles again. Scott was hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he battled for a 2-yard gain. I like the effort from Scott so far.
Yeah, that Badger defensive line just coming with 4 defensive linemen. Keeping a safety really high, just 1 safety high for the Badgers.
2nd down and 8 from the Badger 48-yard line. Substitution. Edwards is now in at running back with Brown. Again, shotgun formation. 2 wide out, split wide to the left. Handoff, straight ahead, breaking a tackle in the backfield, getting maybe a yard on that carry is Edwards. Boy, they're really shuttling the running backs in there.
Yeah, they've 3 or 4 that they've ran so far. Speaking of shuttling in players, you see Snow College making wholesale changes there on the defensive front.
Tui comes out. See, it's a passing play, and Tui comes out. I told him you should tell us you're going to get 2 tackles for loss,
yeah, right.
not sacks. Because here's a passing situation. Who comes out? Tui. He's one of the funnest kids to be around on the road trip. 2 things about Tui: always smiling, and I don't think I've ever heard him say, "I'm full." Back to passes Brown. Brown looks to the right, got a man open, makes the catch, pushed out of bounds, and a flag comes in.
And they'll say that's incomplete.
Oh, they did.
I think they pushed him. I think the Badger defender pushed him out of bounds.
Okay, and that is legal. So he jumped up in the air, made the catch, and the Badgers pushed him out. And we'll see what the penalty is. Holding against the Badgers. So that's all academic. That'll be enough for the first down.
Okay, yeah.
And that'll move it to the 37-yard line. First penalty on the Badgers, I believe.
Speaking of eating out with these guys on the trips, Gary, that has to be a ton of food. It
is a ton of food. Quite literally,
yeah.
A ton of food. Trips wide to the left for the Falcons. Hard snap count, and Brown will look to the sideline. So it's Brown and Edwards in the backfield. First and 10 in Badger territory. Handoff to Edwards. Edwards slips a little bit as he got the ball, and right there to meet him for the Badgers was John Taumoa-Peau.
What a hit by Taumoa-Peau. Met him in the backfield, just like you said, Gary. Big hit. He's going to be filling that one tomorrow. The Falcons are trying to spread out the Badgers and then run right up the middle. That's what they've ran quite a bit here this drive. It's worked a little bit. They got that 1 first down and then the penalty on the last one to get the first down. But I don't know that that's going to work for them all day. Snow College up front is really strong in those front 7.
Well, at the end of regulation in Georgia, Milledgeville, Georgia, it is 17-17.
Wow.
Brown, late pass to the crossing route, and that's going to be a gain of maybe 5 yards.
Yeah, big hit there by the Badgers. Cole Bowers coming in and hitting the receiver, and then 4 of his teammates coming in and cleaning it up. But those quick passes, Lackawanna's not having any yardage after the catch all day today so far.
Big third down here, but probably in 4-down territory.
We got to talk about that Georgia military when we have some time. They're going so quick here for the Falcons. We can't talk about that. But
3rd down and 6 for the Falcons. Falcons have 2 wideouts to the right, 2 wideouts to the left. Play clock is down to 7. 4, 3, 2, and they do get the play away. Brown looks to the left, goes deep to the left. Got a man out there, but throws it away incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know what that confusion was there at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if the one receiver kept talking to the sideline. I don't know if he was talking to the coaches or the officials saying that he thought it should only be 2nd down. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. 4th down now, and it looks like the Falcons are going to go for it.
Yeah, with a 21-point deficit, not even the end of the first quarter, kind of got to go for it here, even if your kicker does have the leg to make a 50-plus yard field goal.
So a big 4th down here for the defense. Brown back to pass, looks to the right, got a man out there. Pass is caught, breaks a tackle, or he would not have gotten the first down. The Badgers just did not wrap up, and a good effort out there by the Falcons.
Yeah, Khalil Lewis out there for the Badgers. He kind of baited the Falcons into that pass, and they were kind of okay with that short little 3 or 4 yard reception. But Khalil Lewis just went low and wasn't able to wrap up, and the Falcon receiver was able to get enough for a first down.
First down inside the 25-yard line at the 24. Empty backfield now for Brown. Brown with 2 wideouts split wide to the right. That's going to be Russell and Dodd. Now a man in motion. Comes back into the backfield. Handoff and a gain down to the 20-yard line, maybe just short of the 20-yard line, a gain of maybe 4 by Cohen Russell.
Trying to get the number on that 31 from the Badgers. 31 is Cole Hogan, and I don't think he's.
Somebody
must have taken his number playing for him.
I think that is him. Look at the knee brace on the left leg.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we were thinking Cole Hogan was out for the year, but it does look like
I think they decided he couldn't do any more damage to it. He's probably going to have it fixed. And knowing him, he probably said, brace me up, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, he's a hitter at linebacker, that's for sure.
And that is going to be the end of the first quarter of play. We'll take this opportunity for a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Are you looking for a TV experience that you'll love? Then listen up. Njcaa has partnered with Philo to bring you over 50 channels of live and on-demand TV. Stream your favorite shows from networks like Hallmark, Discovery, Nickelodeon, and more. The best part is Philo gives you over 50 channels with unlimited recording on all of your devices, so you can watch what you want, when you want, for only $20 a month. To sign up, go to go.philo.com/mtcc. That's go.philo.com/mtcc. Njcaa, connecting your life since 1907.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance Agency in Ephraim. It is surprising how many people do not have any life insurance or adequate coverage today. If you were to suddenly die, would your family have enough money for your funeral and to pay off any debt you may have, or funds to live on with your income no longer available to care for your family? You may be surprised at how low life insurance rates are. Let me sit down with you and discuss how life insurance can benefit you and your family. Call us at Risk Managers in Ephraim, 283-4685.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. A couple of updates for you. At the end of regulation, Iowa Western 17, Georgia Military 17. That is a huge impact game right there. But I don't know what I wanted to have happen.
Yeah, we were talking about that at the break. You know, Iowa Western, the one loss for Snow College, they're ranked number 1. Is that right? Number 2?
Yep.
Number 2, yeah. And Snow did beat Georgia Military, so I don't know.
Brown takes the snap, play action, looks over the middle of the field, got a man open, but threw it behind him, incomplete. Pass was intended for Delvin Palmer.
You know, watching that play, when you watch this replay, watch number 9, Owen Famoe, step out. He could have, they kind of set up a little bit of a, kind of like a little wide receiver screen coming out to the left, and he could have ran towards the quarterback because he had that green grass in front of him, but he dropped back, made the quarterback throw it back towards the middle of the field, which made it an incomplete pass. Otherwise, that little screen probably would have worked, and they might have went in for 6.
So a big third down here at the 20-yard line. Falcons taking a lot of time here to decide what play they want to run. Now Brown steps up. In the backfield with him now is Antoine Squire. Squire to the left of Brown. 2 wide out, split wide to the left. The tight end to the right. Brown takes the snap, hands it off to Squire. Squire has a huge hole. Squire into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Yeah, best running play of the game all day for the Falcons. Just a great job on the offensive line to open up that big hole right up the middle, takes it into the Badger end zone.
So Squire gets the touchdown and gets the Falcons on the board here on the first or second play of the second quarter. Yeah. So with 14:47. Squire with the touchdown. And the extra point coming up here by Cameron Sakati. Out of the hold of Brown. The snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the first score is on the board for the Falcons. 21-7. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badger Steelman Play of the Game.
And Greg Sterner with you at Terry Foote Stadium in Ephraim, Utah. Beautiful November afternoon here. Some snow up on the mountains. We ought to get a shot of that sometime, Jake. Let people back in Pennsylvania see some Utah mountains.
Absolutely, the beautiful Ephraim Canyon. But, geez, what are we here? In the 50s, 60s? It's a beautiful day right now.
It is a great day.
Yeah.
Great day for football, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the score update. I don't think that actually went into overtime. I think they just didn't have the time on there. It's 24-17 now, Iowa Western, with 28 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. So it looks like Iowa Western will hold on to squeeze out a win down in Milledgeville, Georgia. Here comes the kickoff from the Falcons. Badgers back deep to receive. This is going to be fielded by Sione. Sione to the 10, the 15, the 20. And gets across the 25-yard line. Nice tackle out there by DeAndre Scott.
Yeah, nice little return there by Malisi to take that right at the goal line and turn it up the field, get some good field position for the Badgers here. Try and answer that first touchdown for Lackawanna.
Now the Badgers come out. It'll be Lamson, Targi Lamson in the backfield. Splitting wide to the right is Deontay Davis for the Badgers. On the near side, Marquise Montgomery and Taylor Larson. Sweeten at quarterback again in shotgun formation. Tavita Noah is going to be in the slot to the right. So the Badgers, 4 wideouts, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And Lamson in the backfield. Sweeten back to pass, steps up in the pocket, under some pressure, now rolls out to the right. He's going to run it and picks up maybe 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the first quarter there, Gabe Sweeten has some wheels. He can move at the quarterback position there. A lot of quarterbacks might have only gained a yard or 2, but he's able to get a little bit of an angle there before he went out of bounds and at least get 4 or 5 yards there on first down. I think they're going to give him about 5.
So 2nd down and 5. Same formation, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Lamson in the backfield. Working from the near side of the field back to the middle is Marquise Montgomery, Taylor Larson, and then Tavita Noah on the other side. Hand off to Lamson. No, Sweeten kept it. Now dumps it off to Taylor Larson. Larson's got the first down and looked like he didn't want to go out of bounds and gain more yards, and he's finally taken down as he gets to the 46.
Kind of a tricky little play there drawn up by the Badgers. The fake handoff and then Sweeten rolling out and just throwing it as he's running. He's kind of got that run-pass option that time where he's able to turn it up the field if he wants to, but has Taylor Larson wide open along the sideline. And I love watching Taylor Larson when he's got a little bit of open field in front of him. He's shifty and jukey and just a fun kid to watch.
And that's the strangest thing. We talked about recruiting. Not a lot of offers for Taylor Larson, but if you want to win a game, you go to Taylor Larson.
Absolutely. As sure-handed as they come and just a gutsy little player.
So 1st and 10 for the Badgers at the 46. Sweeten back to pass. Throws the fade route. It's going to be caught by Marquise Montgomery. Are they going to give it to him? Yes, they are. What a catch by Marquise Montgomery. Watch this if you can on replay. The defense is all over him. And he goes up, high points the ball, and gets the left foot down.
You could call that a pass interference, let alone Marquise going up and just coming down with that on top of the defender's head. A beautiful job there by Montgomery to high point that one.
Wow, what a catch by Marquise. Again, same formation, 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Taylor Larson in motion. Hand off to Taylor. No, Sweeten keeps it and goes straight ahead. And Larson is all alone out there thinking, why didn't he let me have the ball?
Yeah, Taylor wanted that one. That's right, if you watch on this replay. He might have had a little bit of room around the edge that time.
A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
It's tough when you're a quarterback on that, though. You're trying to read that D-end or that outside backer to see what they do, whether you keep it or give it. And, that can be a tough read sometimes for a quarterback in that run and that kind of newfangled option of the last 10, 15 years or so.
2nd down and 7. Nobody covering Taylor Larson right now in the slot. There's the snap. Larson sets down and has the pass knocked down. Good job right at the line of scrimmage. It was either Rashawn Lawrence or Siler Rosina.
Both of those guys on the left side of that defensive line for the Falcons could tell they weren't going to be able to get to the quarterback. So what do? You always teach a kid, get those hands up, try and knock down that pass, and they did it perfectly that time.
So 3rd down now for the Badgers, 3rd and 7. Two wideouts to the left, one wideout to the right. Tavita Noah, the tight end, on the left side of the formation. Sweeten with Lamson in the backfield. Play action with Lamson. Sweeten rolls out, throws underneath. Who is it? Captain America.
When you need a first down, Gary, you've talked about it all year, and your nickname you have for him. I don't know if you gave him that or if his teammates gave him that.
I did not. I just promote it.
Oh, I see. All right. But, yeah, Taylor Larson, when you need a first down, throw it to him, let him fight. Ran right along the sticks and then was able to just fall forward just in front of the sticks for another first down for the Badgers.
And timeout on the far sideline. Looks like maybe somebody got banged up with the sticks. I don't know. We've got a new down box over there. I saw him charging it yesterday. It's an electronic down box.
Well, isn't that fancy?
Yeah.
All right.
Two backs in the backfield now for the Badgers. That's Lamson and Seth Kalin. Marquise Montgomery split wide to the left. Deontay Davis split wide to the right. Handoff goes to Kalin. Kalin lowers the shoulder, drives forward, gain of 4.
Seth Kalin really the main running, the one of the principal running backs in last year's the spring season when Snow played for the national championship, and coming off some injuries and kind of a 3-headed monster right now at running back for the Badgers. Really 4-headed with Malisi as well, yeah.
Malisi and Manukin, yep. Targi and Seth. Yep. Second down and 6. Final score, Iowa Western 24, Georgia Military 17. So very close game down there.
Yeah.
And there was one other game. Monroe beat Sacred Heart 56-13. Throw into the corner. Oh, going up with Scott, and he had it. Could not hold it or haul it in. I'm sure he's not too happy with that. As we watch the replay, the defender went up early, and then Scott went up and actually got both hands on it. Deontay Davis could not haul it in, though. It'll bring up third down and 6.
Yeah, the defender kind of took a bad read on that. Defender went up too early on it, and Davis had the best look at it, but just kind of probably got blocked there a little bit. Maybe the sun in your eyes a little bit.
Again, two backs in the backfield. That's Kalin and Lamson. Handoff goes to Kalin. No. Sweeten pulls it back out, does the read, and does not get the first down. Back to the line of scrimmage is all. And two Badgers have their helmets pulled off. Tavita Noah loses his helmet.
Yeah, Tavita Noah doing a good job to kind of keep his cool right there. That could have been he got hit a little late that time, and I think if he would have retaliated, it probably would have been a 15-yarder on him.
Right.
And maybe knocked him into maybe not out of field goal range, but a tougher field goal at least.
Right.
Where this is going to be a 35-yarder right here, it would have been closer to a 50.
So Stockton Lund will try the, as Greg mentioned, 35-yard field goal here out of the hold of Taylor Larson. Snap is low, but placed down. Kick has plenty of distance, and the kick is good. So the Badgers get a field goal out of it, a 35-yard field goal. And the Badgers now lead at 24-7. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
And a good afternoon from Terry Foote Stadium in Ephraim, Utah, Snow College campus. Snow College Badgers lead it here with 10 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter, 24-7 over the Falcons of Lackawanna. And Stockton Lund to kick it off.
Yeah, on that field goal, Stockton Lund obviously gets credit for drilling the field goal there, the 35-yard field goal, Gary. But if you watch that replay, Taylor Larson, that was a low snap. That was a really good job by your man, Captain America there. Taylor Larson kind of doing a little bit of everything on that last drive. But he was able to field that low snap and get the placement down for Stockton Lund to be able to knock it through.
High end over and kick by Stockton Lund is going to be fielded at the 6-yard line. Out to the 10, the 15, has another hold, 20, 25, down the middle seam, and all the way out over the 45-yard line. Maybe the Badgers are better off to kick it out of bounds.
Wow, yeah. Devin Palmer, he was the one on that last good return by Cohen Russell. He was the one out lead blocking on that last one. On this one, he's able to take it up almost to midfield. What do they mark him at? 45, so not quite to the midfield, but excellent return that time by Devin Palmer. Just hit the wheels. You had a couple of Badgers getting in there. You had Cole Bowers, who was kind of bearing down on him, but the speed of Palmer was just able to run away from him.
So good field position here for the Falcons. Their last possession culminated in a 20-yard touchdown run by Antoine Squire. So 1st and 10 at the 45 now. Brown hands it off, making nice move in the backfield. It looked like he was going to be stopped way short, but getting a gain of about 8 yards on the carry is going to be Antoine Squire. So a gain of 8 into Badger territory at the 47-yard line, 2nd and 2. Hand off again to Squire. Squire waits for a bit of an opening and is very close to that first down marker. I think they're going to mark him just short.
Good job by the Badgers there to stop him on just a short gain. Stone Mulatalo was able to get in there and make the tackle, but I think it's going to be enough for a first. They're not marking it.
Now they did
yet.
just barely move it.
Yeah. It's right on the marker, so it should be right on the 45-yard line because that's where they started. So, yeah.
So good running in the backfield by Antoine Squire. 2 carries and picks up the first down. I'm not a mathematician, but that tells me he averaged 5 yards a carry.
Hey.
Is that pretty close?
There you go, Gary. That was American Fork High School education.
Pass over the middle is going to be caught, and breaking loose from the tackle and trying to find an opening on the catch is Delvin Palmer once again. And Palmer very elusive when he gets in the open field. That's going to be enough for another first down to the 31-yard line of the Badgers.
He's got some moves there. You see a little Deion Sanders high step at the end right there on the replay, but good job by the Badgers. I think that was Jalen Hughes that was able to bring him down. Kind of just broke it down, open field tackle, and Hughes was able to bring him down.
So 1st and 10. Falcons showing on these last 2 possessions now that they're going to get back into this ball game. In the backfield now is Scott, DeAndre Scott. 1st and 10, back to passes Brown. Brown under some pressure, throws, got a man out there, passes caught. Yes, they're going to give it to him. Passes caught by Cohen Russell. And that should be enough for another Falcon first down.
Good job by Barry Brown to deliver that ball while he's getting knocked to the ground, and Cohen Russell to just drag that 1 foot along the sideline and get another first down for the Falcons.
Scott limps back to the huddle. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
So 1st and 10, Brown.
I was just going to say when this game started, 3 touchdowns, boom, boom, boom by the Badgers, you're thinking, are we going to have another one of these games where the Badgers win by 6, 7 touchdowns? But Lackawanna's answered well.
Split wide to the left is Foray. Brown hands it off. Badgers sniff that one out, and that's going to be a loss back to the 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to give him a generous spot at the 19.
Trying to see who's in there. I see Owen Fa'amoy is in there, but he's not the one that had the first hit. That defensive lineman, big D tackle, was able to get in there first. I don't know if that was Tui that you've mentioned.
Saleti Feveleaki, I believe, is who it was.
Yeah, great job by getting in there and breaking that up in the backfield. A 1-yard loss back to just in front of the 20-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Again in the backfield is DeAndre Scott. Inside the red zone for the Falcons. Low snap. Handoff, Scott breaks a tackle and gets to the 15-yard line, so a gain of 4.
Brandon Falau with the initial hit from the middle linebacker position, and then Keontae Scott coming from the defensive back position and cleaning it up and really laying the lumber on the running back that time.
Scott not afraid to hit somebody.
No, that's right, yeah.
3rd down and 7. Brown with Scott in the backfield. Brown back to pass, throws to the corner of the end zone, going up high. Oh, what a catch. Are they going to give it to him?
Oh, he caught it.
Oh, what a catch. That was an amazing catch. I'm not afraid to say that. Let's see the replay on that. And who is it that goes up and makes this? The defense was out there in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
And the receiver, I think, had the wind knocked out of him. That's going to be 86. Colby Young.
What a catch by Colby Young out there. Like you say, he's still on the ground in the end zone. But, man, good defense by the Badgers, just able to go up and get that. You've seen a couple of times this game where the Badgers have went up and got a pass like that against the good Falcon defense. But this time, the Falcon receiver, excellent job to go up and high point that and come down with it in the end zone.
So Colby Young on the reception. And that's going to be the second touchdown here in the second quarter for the Falcons. 24-13, extra point coming up. And the Badgers jump off sides. And you take the penalty and go for two,
yeah,
or
if you're
do you
going
just still go for the one?
If you're just going to kick it, you usually just decline it. Yard and a half isn't going to mean much.
And that's right.
Oh, so they
did take it.
They will take it.
The official said they decline it, but then they did take it.
I think the big reason you would take it is if they do it again and you get another half the distance to the goal. Okay, then
maybe try
all
the
right,
two.
let's go pound this thing in and get the extra point.
Brown to hold for the extra point. And the Badgers did get some pressure on that, but the kick is up and the kick is good. 24-14, the Badgers with a 10-point lead now, and we'll be back with the kickoff after this.
Njcaa Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact Njcaa Building Systems in Ephraim, 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at njcaabuildings.com.
24-14, Snow College Badgers with the 10-point lead here with 7:24 remaining in the first half. Falcons getting ready to kick it off. Back deep to receive for Snow College is John Malisi and Taylor Larson. And the Badgers came out quick in this ball game, scored on their first three possessions to make it 21-0, but the Falcons now have stormed back to outscore the Badgers 14-3 in the second quarter. And the kickoff coming from Cameron Sakati. I hope I didn't butcher that too bad. Malisi is going to take it from the 3-yard line to the 10, the 15, lowers the shoulder, gets to the 20. Nice coverage out there by the Falcons.
Yeah, excellent coverage to just let Malisi only get up to, they'll mark him right at the 20 that time. So both of these teams are kicking it just short of the end zone every time they're kicking off, other than the one that Snow kicked out of bounds. But and I think we've seen Stockton Lund boot him into the end zone quite a bit in the past, and today just hasn't happened.
They might want to rethink that because the Falcons have had some really good returns.
Absolutely, yeah.
3 wideouts for the Badgers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Sweeten at quarterback with Targi Lamson in the backfield. Caden Leggett to the near side. Taylor Larson in the slot. Top of your screen is Elijah Irvin. And now we've got delay of game. Wow. I
don't like to see that after a change of possession,
no,
Gary.
You don't.
That makes an offensive coordinator pretty mad.
Unless
it's his fault, unless he didn't get the play call in, then it makes a head coach pretty mad. How's that?
Well, your head coach is
that's right.
the offensive coordinator.
I should have heard. Yeah, I know that. Gosh, that makes a AD mad. I don't know.
Hand off to Lamson. Lamson gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. This game has definitely turned momentum-wise.
Absolutely.
And the Falcons are really getting fired up now.
Yeah. Snow came out those first 3 possessions in the first quarter, as we mentioned on that last drive. Touchdown, 21-0 before you blink. And Lackawanna has changed this. As you mentioned, 14-3 here in the second quarter.
Cottrell Hatchett on that defensive end position was in on that last play. It's going to be 2nd and 15 now for the Badgers. Badgers go with trips wide to the right. Sweeten at quarterback. Low snap, looks to the left, throws, got a crossing route. Leggett makes the catch, hit at the 30, and gets to the 32-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Great job by Caden Leggett to hold on to that ball. He was hit by a few different Falcon defenders, and they were trying to rip that ball out. But a good route, good crisp route, and Gabe Sweeten delivered it right on time, right on the numbers.
2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right, and Lamson in the backfield with Sweeten. 1st and 10 at the 33. Lamson now moves from the left to the right of Sweeten. Sweeten takes the snap, looks to the left, now goes downfield to Leggett, and too high, incomplete.
Yeah, you saw Caden Leggett try to go up with one hand and just pull that in, but that safety from Lackawanna coming over to lay the lumber. You might have heard a little bit of footsteps. Caden Leggett was the one who delivered the punishment on that when the hit did come. You saw the Falcon defender, that's Tyrese Mills, kind of take the brunt of that from Leggett. But another nice route that time. Sweeten just needs to bring that ball down just a little bit.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 33 for the Badgers. Again, Lamson in the backfield. Lamson gets the handoff, tries to go wide, not much there. In fact, he's going to lose yardage back to the 21, a loss of 2.
Snow hasn't been able to run much today, Gary. It's been the passing game. 3 touchdown passes is the 3 scores, and the running backs just haven't had a lot of room to work.
Tyler Gross from Mansfield, Ohio, in on that play. Also, I believe it was Brian Dallas. So a big 3rd down here, 3rd and 12. The Badgers trying to answer that 2nd touchdown by the Falcons. With 5 minutes and 15 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Sweeten, under pressure, rolls out, looks downfield, now going to tightrope down the sidelines. He's going to be way short of the first down.
Yeah, just nobody to throw to downfield. It's going to bring up 4th down and quite long. It's going to be a punting situation for the Badgers for sure.
So on for the first time is Brody Taylor for the Badgers to punt it away. And the clock continues to run here. I thought he ran out of bounds.
Yeah, in college, if there's more than, 2 or 3 minutes or whatever, I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 minutes, they start it once the ball is set to play.
Gotcha. Yep. So Taylor to kick it away. Got 2 men back deep for Lackawanna. A low line drive kick. They let it bounce, and it bounces away from the return man, and he gets out of the way. It's going to be downed at about the 18-yard line. Smart play there at the last second by Delvin Palmer.
Kind of got a little cute there with it, but when he jumped over it, if that thing would have taken a bounce. But anyway, it works out well for Snow. Pin him inside the 20-yard line. Yeah, the problem you had, talking about that going out of bounds, the problem you had, it used to always stop kind of like it does in high school, but you had some of these FBS, these games where teams were throwing a lot and incomplete passes, and the games were taking 4.5 hours. And so they finally, I don't know how long ago it was, in the last 10, 15 years or so, made it so outside of the last 3 minutes or so, the clock does not stop.
So Brown setting up the offense here. Barry Brown, 6'2 freshman from Philadelphia. Low snap, hands it off, trying the middle of the field, and a gain of maybe a yard. Good job defensively out there for the Badgers. Coming up at the bottom of the pile was Stone Mulatalo.
I mentioned it in other games. If your name is Stone and you're playing on the defense, probably better bring the lumber. Probably better bring a hit when you're hitting somebody. And he does.
2nd down and 9 for the Falcons. Falcons go with trip split wide to the left. Single wide out, wide to the right. Brown now sends a man in motion, empty backfield. Back to passes Brown, and under some pressure, passes caught over the middle. And that's going to be a good gain to the 25-yard line, maybe the 26. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Brown had Cole Hogan just bearing down on him that time from his outside linebacker position on that blitz, just coming unimpeded. So he had to get that away quickly, and he did a good job. Good defense by the Badgers, but the pass is complete, just short of the sticks. What do we got, about 3rd and 2?
That's what I'm thinking, 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
And now we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. This will be a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout.
Our first one.
Yes, Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, and Gunnison. Proud to support Snow College. Well, we're going to keep it right here, I guess. But it is still a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout.
That's right.
3rd and 2. I say this is a big 3rd down here for the Badgers. They have not stopped the last 2 possessions by the Falcons, and we have a new quarterback into the ball game, Braden Hawkins.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I don't think it was a timeout last time. I think Brown got hurt and had to come out. But yeah, well, and now we're going to have a timeout.
Now we're going to take a timeout.
But this is huge. Just going back to what you were saying, Gary, this is huge for the Badgers to try and turn this momentum back in their favor.
I agree. So let's take an official Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Not that the other one wasn't. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. I forgot to ask, did I get the Voice of the Badger discount this week?
You did, Gary.
Okay,
yes.
Sweet.
You come in and ask for the Voice of the Badger discount, and you will get the best rate you can get at Utah Heritage Credit Union. I'm promising you that. Tell them Gary Jettister sent you.
We'll be back right after this.
My name is Dr. Joel Holman. I'm an orthopedic surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center. Specialize in general orthopedics, which includes sports injuries, total joint replacements, shoulder, hip, and knee. And I'm the only hand surgeon from Provo to St. George. One of the things that I like is that I'm able to take care of people that I've known for most of my life in this area, which I have a fondness for. We treat all orthopedic extremity conditions here at Central Valley Medical Center. We've got a great team, clinic staff, hospital staff, operating crew, and physical therapy services.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. And, boy, I don't know. Braden Hawkins came out on the field to run the offense. And then Lackawanna took a timeout. And now he's going off the field. And Brown is coming back on. And Lackawanna is going to take 2 timeouts in a row. So we're going to take another Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, my favorite branch, the Ephraim branch, and Gunnison. Proud to support Snow College. We're going to keep it right here. They took a timeout, but they did not actually go off the field, but they did burn 2 of their timeouts, and it looks like Hawkins is going to stay out there now.
Yeah, that was weird right there, Gary. I don't know if they ended up crediting them, taking both of those timeouts from Lackawanna, because that second one they didn't, there was really no break there.
Well, it's off the board, but that's very unofficial. And now the officials are going to all huddle up and try to talk this over and find out.
I wish we had Brad James here because it's either the NFL or college that you can't call back-to-back timeouts, and I don't remember which it is. You can't just keep calling timeout like to freeze a kicker at the end of the half.
Right.
You can't do that. But I don't remember which one it is. So
I'm wondering if they called a timeout thinking they could bring in Brown once again.
Okay.
And now I think the officials have huddled up, and they're going over to talk to Lackawanna's coach. I'm guessing that's what it is.
Yeah.
Wondering if they called the timeout because he was injured, and they stopped the clock to get him off. And Brown looks like he's okay over on the sidelines. Probably wants to get back in there.
Yeah, especially on this 3rd and 2.
And if they did charge him with 2 timeouts, that becomes a big factor now.
Yeah.
If they're going to try to drive down the field.
Yeah, with a 10-point deficit, 24-14, Badgers up here, just over 3 minutes left in the first half.
Francis playing a deep safety here.
Yeah, they've done that most of the day, that center field deep safety by Austin Francis, and he's done a pretty good job, haven't been beat deep.
Hawkins on 3rd and 2, back to pass, throws the quick pass out in the flats, and fighting near the first down. Where are they going to mark it? The guy on the far side had him short. Now he moves up to the first down marker.
Badgers brought pressure that time, and Lackawanna read it and just threw it out, that little out route to Njcaa Purdy? Am I saying that right, Gary? Njcaa, you think?
That's how I said it.
Does that look right? Yeah. Good
and
catch.
it is enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's a good play right there. Just a quick little out when the outside linebacker's coming on that pressure.
And the ball is snapped way over the head of Brown. Brown back deep and fumbles the ball. This is a horrible turn of events for the Falcons. Salete Feveliaki is the one that picks up the ball and gets into the end zone. What a poor break here for the Falcons, but now we're huddling up.
Yeah, if we watch this replay, I don't know if this comes down to like a false snap or something, because I don't know if everybody was even set.
Do we have a replay of that, Jacob Mortensen, our director, and this is going to be called back. The Badgers had illegal substitution, so it's going to. Oh wow! That is a great break. I thought it was a bad break for the Falcons, and now it's reversed and turns into a good break for the Falcons, as the Badgers had illegal participation. They had too many men on the field, or they didn't get substituted. The ball was snapped over the head and turned into a touchdown that's now not a touchdown.
Yeah, the Falcons were trying to go so quickly, and their center and quarterback went a little bit too quickly that time, but maybe that was designed by the center. Maybe he saw that there was too many men on the field and just snapped it to get that 5 yards.
Brown fakes the pass to the right, comes back to the left, goes deep over the middle, got a man open. Pass is going to be caught into Badger territory, and that's going to be Delvin Palmer on the big reception. The Falcons look like a completely different team here after their first 3 possessions.
Yeah, Barry Brown just rolling out, throwing that ball on the run. What a throw while he's rolling to his left.
Big first down, snap quickly. The Badgers are still standing around. Now they throw it towards the corner of the end zone. And that happened again. That's exactly what they did last time.
Yeah.
The Badgers trying to get some substitutions and not in good position, and the Falcons run the quick snap.
And there's no flag on the field that time. There's no illegal participation like there was that last time. So I think it's just going to be 2nd and 10. I think both teams are a little confused right now, really.
So 2nd and 10, as you mentioned, ball at the 33.
Now the offense doesn't have to let the defense substitute if they don't substitute.
Right. But I'm not sure everybody's been set either on some of those quick plays. Brown under pressure. Khalil Lewis makes the hit, and an underhand scoop pass by Brown. What an athletic play by Brown.
Yeah, Brown has just looked so good in this second quarter. A good blitz on the outside from the defensive back, Khalil Lewis. And Brown just right before he goes down, underhand scoops that to Joshua Dodd. Get about 5 yards when they could have lost yardage there.
Down to 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Falcons threatening to score here in Badger territory at the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 6. Brown, shotgun formation. Takes the snap, back to pass, looks to the left, throws deep to the corner of the end zone. Back there defensively. Nice effort by Keontae Scott. And now we're going to have a taunting call on Scott. You got to keep your head in the game.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying, Gary, but my gosh, every defensive back at every level of football does that.
I know,
incomplete when they make a good play like that. You're going to be calling that every single time there's an incompletion if you're going to throw that flag. I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying. And, we've talked a lot in these previous games about some of the boneheaded mistakes that the Badgers have made and some 15-yard penalties. You've even talked with Zach Erickson about it. That, I don't know, defensive backs, that's what they do. They step up and say incomplete. I don't know. That's tough. I see both sides of it, but Keontae Scott made a great play to recover on that one and knock it away.
A tremendous play because it looked like he was beat. He hustled back, got a hand on it, tipped it out of bounds. 1:38 remaining here. And that gives the Falcons 1st and 10 from where they mark it, the 15.
But if you're an official and you're going to be throwing that, you better be watching every incompletion where a DB makes a good play because you'll see it 20 more times tonight. Handoff
going straight ahead. And getting down to about the 11-yard line, I think on the carry was Scott.
Is that Owen Fatamoy again on the tackle there from the linebacker?
I think you're right.
Was, yeah. Big hitter.
So 2nd down to 1 minute and 15 to go. DeAndre Scott, the deep man in the backfield behind Barry Brown. 2 wide out, split wide to the right.
That might have been Noah Kemma on the stop that time.
Brown into the end zone. Off the fingertips, incomplete. No celebration that time by the Badger DBs, which is good, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Watch on this replay and see if there was that same celebration. What's that? That's every time. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Every kid does that at every level. Gosh, standing up and saying a pass is incomplete when they make a good play. Anyway, that was good job by Austin Francis from the safety position coming and bearing down on that Falcon receiver and just delivering the blow right as the ball arrived.
3rd down here. Out of the backfield. Brown under some pressure. Brown retreats, still under pressure, throws it, and does not get it to the line of scrimmage. Was he out of the tackle box?
Well, it doesn't matter if he's out of the tackle box if it doesn't get to the line of scrimmage, as you mentioned, Gary. If it doesn't get to the line of scrimmage,
it did not.
Yeah,
what are they going to call?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Yeah, there was nobody out there. And that ball, isn't that the rule that it has to get to the line of scrimmage?
I thought it had to get to the line of scrimmage.
You have to get out of the tackle box, and it has to be to the line of scrimmage. That's the rule to where you can throw it away. But that did not make it to the line of scrimmage, and now that side judge is going to come and talk to the white hat. Because I think that should be a loss of down and a penalty from the spot. But
nope.
They are going to throw it.
Oh,
yes,
now they do.
They should. That's right.
That is so weird.
No, that's the right call.
I agree, but it's so weird the way they throw the flag.
Yeah.
I mean, he was all casual, nonchalant, like he was not going to make the call, and then just pulled it out and dropped it out of his pocket.
But that's a huge – how far back is that? I mean, we're going from – where was the line of scrimmage? About the 12 to about the 30 or 31. That's an 18, 19-yard penalty. And I think if you're the white hat, to his defense, I think maybe that's kind of that side judge's call. The white hat isn't necessarily watching where the line of scrimmage is, so he needs that side judge to come in and make that call, which they did.
So intentional grounding is going to be the call against the Falcons. Loss of down, it's going to bring up 4th down from the 30. Now the Falcons pretty much going to have to go for the touchdown here.
Yeah.
I think they're out of field goal range, although now they're coming on with Sakati to try the field goal.
47 yards. Woo.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a tough field goal.
So we'll see what kind of a leg he's got. This is actually going to be a 38, 37, 47-yard field goal attempt with 51.8 seconds remaining. If I'm the Badgers, I maybe put somebody back.
Yeah, you can return it, sure, if it's short.
Low snap, but the kick is up.
Yep.
And the kick is going to be no good. So the Badger defense holds, and that is all defense right there at the very last to put the pressure on Brown and force the intentional grounding.
Yeah, that pass being 2 yards short of the line of scrimmage is the difference between possibly 3 or 7 points and no points right here with 46 seconds remaining before the half.
Right.
It's a huge call, huge call.
So 24-14 here with 46.3 seconds remaining. If you're the offensive coordinator, do you go for some points here? Take your shots.
The way they've thrown the ball, absolutely you do. And don't they have all 3 timeouts?
They do have all
Snow
3.
Calling any timeouts. So
all 3 timeouts remaining for the Badgers.
Yeah, Deontay Davis on the outside. Toss it up to him. He's got single coverage up there. There's no safety over the top of him.
You've got Caden Leggett to the near side of the field. Back to pass is Sweeten. Steps up in the pocket. Goes over the middle. He's got Caden Leggett. Leggett with the first down inside the 40-yard line. He says, come on, get up the field. Clock is stopped while they reset the chains.
Yeah, I thought they would try and go up the sideline, but a deep post that time. Excellent throw by Sweeten to Leggett.
So 39.3 seconds remaining. They start the clock. The Badgers throw it.
There was a whistle. There was for sure a whistle. I heard
I
it.
did not hear a whistle, but
Yeah, that's what Lackawanna is saying. That's what Snow was saying. There was for sure a whistle that was blown.
Play happened exactly like what Lackawanna did to the Badgers.
Yeah, that's true.
The ball was snapped and everybody stood around. And what is going to be the call here?
Yeah, there was. I couldn't.
Inadvertent whistle. Inadvertent whistle.
So do you reset that clock? Because what do you lose? 9 seconds on that? Yeah. Okay.
38 seconds.
38,
reset.
and then they'll start that clock. So if you're the Badgers, you want to get up and get set on this because that's going to start as soon as the whistle blows here.
So 1st and 10 for the Badgers at the 39-yard line. We've had a lot of things happen here in this first half.
Strange, the last minute and a half or so.
And now they start the clock.
Yep, now it's running.
So the Badgers
get set. Why aren't you set?
2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right. Lamson in the backfield. Play action to Lamson. Sweeten, flushed out of the pocket, has some room to run. Steps out of bounds near the 30-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. But that should stop the clock with 23.3. Badgers still have all 3 timeouts.
Badgers plenty of time with all 3 of those timeouts to try and throw this towards the end zone. Time running off shouldn't be a problem here with 3 timeouts.
2nd down and 1. Sweeten back to pass. Flag on the play. Somebody wasn't set.
Yeah, they're calling that on Snow.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 6 now instead of 2nd and 1. Sweeten at quarterback with Lamson in the backfield. The Badgers going with 4 wideouts. Tavita Noah is in the slot to the right. Elijah Irvin far right. And then on the near side, you've got Caden Leggett and Taylor Thompson.
And with this amount of time, even if you get a first down, there's no reason not to call a timeout here with only 23 seconds.
Right. Time becomes more of a factor here almost than yardage.
Yeah, right, yeah.
On the down is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, whether it's 2nd and 1 or 2nd and 6, it doesn't really matter all that much.
So the line judge from the far side came in and talked to the white hat. I'm not sure what 23.4 seconds on the clock. 24-14, the Badgers with a 10-point lead, trying to get some more points here before the end of the half. Sweeten, long snap count, back to pass. Throws deep, got a man open, Taylor Larson. He's inside the 10-yard line. Who do you go to? Captain America.
There you go. Only takes 6 seconds off the clock. The Badgers jump up and call timeout, and you're down to what, the 5-yard line, 1st and goal? No, they mark it all the way back at the 8, excuse me.
Timeout for the Badgers. That's another Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. We'll take the timeout as well. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. We'll be back after this.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a 3rd location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours.
Why do people everywhere love my style checking?
It has rewards you'll flip for.
I love my travel rebates!
With my style, the spotlight's always on me.
We can send money with Zelle. Good boys.
For me, it's instant issue debit card.
Find out why people everywhere love My Style Checking from Mountain America at macu.com.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Let's check the Central Valley Medical Center scoreboard. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. Snow College leads at 24-14 with 17.5 seconds remaining. Badgers have the ball at the 8-yard line, trying to get some points and hopefully get into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone. Sweeten now with Seth Kalin and Targi Lamson in the backfield. Leggett to the left. Elijah Irvin split wide to the right. Sweeten takes the snap, hands it off to Lamson. Lamson straight ahead, gets to the 5. And the Badgers will take another timeout here with 12 seconds to go. Now you got to take your shots at the end zone.
Yeah, so one more timeout, 12 seconds left. You could, if you think you've got something going on the running game, you could definitely run it one more time, where it's just 2nd and goal here and one more timeout. The problem with that is you really haven't had anything going in the running game so far, Gary. So unless you think you're gonna sneak something on Lackawanna, there's really, I don't know. I think you probably drop Sweeten back to pass,
or maybe quarterback draw.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
Something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's keep it right here. Let's check some other scores here on the Central Valley Medical Center scoreboard. Final score: Monroe College defeated Sacred Heart. Monroe stays undefeated at 8-0 now.
Where are they from? Do you know? Do you know that right off the top?
No, I don't.
Sorry, putting you on the spot.
You did, but you should.
Probably Texas, Iowa, Mississippi.
Not Texas.
Okay.
Not Iowa.
Okay.
I think it's back east somewhere.
Okay.
New Jersey, maybe.
Okay.
Pennsylvania. Okay. So, 2nd down, right? 2nd and goal. Badgers have it just inside the 5-yard line with 12.8 seconds. Lamson in motion. Sweeten is going to keep it. Sweeten lowers his shoulder into the end zone. No, they do not give it to him.
Well, you called that one, Gary. You called that maybe keep Sweeten with the ball, and it looked like he got close there. We'll see where they mark that.
Yeah, I think it's inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
So now, Badgers take a timeout with 6.8 seconds remaining.
So the nice thing about this is you got 6.8 seconds remaining. It's 3rd down. You can drop to pass. You can get 2 plays here. Like 6.8 seconds. If you throw a quick pass from the 1-yard line, you can definitely run 2. If you run the ball and you don't get in, you're done.
Right.
You're done. But if you throw the ball here, you could possibly get 2 shots at it. But do they do that, or do they go up 3 scores and kick it and try to make the score 27-14? Sorry, it would just be 2 scores still. But anyway, that's the question.
So what do you do?
I would try throwing it twice.
Would you really?
Yeah, I would try. Yeah, yep.
I still like Sweeten. I think
running it.
I do.
All right.
I think you keep it in Sweeten's hand. Give him an RPO.
I would try throwing it first, and then if you like that, maybe you could still try and run it.
Okay.
Yeah, because then you get the 2 plays. Whereas if you run it, you only get the 1. But geez, you got freaking Tavita Noah, the gigantic tight end out there. Throw it up to him, man. Just toss a short little turnaround, let him box out. Maybe from a slot position on the left side. Give him a little bit of room, and he is coming out, on that right side, it looks like, right?
Yes, he is.
Yep.
So let's set the stage for you. You've got Caden Leggett split wide to the left. You've got Elijah Irvin wide to the right. You've got Sweeten in the backfield with Lamson and Seth Kalin. So I think this is going to be an RPO. You've got Tavita Noah on the right side of the formation. Nope, they're going to do what you said. Throw it up to Leggett. Too high, incomplete.
I hate the freaking fade pass. Gosh, I hate the fade pass, and I know a lot of coaches like it. A lot of players like it, but man, I hate the fade pass. You got a big kid like Tavita Noah. Just let him turn around, put it right on his numbers.
We had a flag on the play?
Yeah, legal substitution by Lackawanna, it looks like. So the play doesn't matter as far as the down, but the clock still runs, so you're still down to 4 seconds. So that last one put 2.8.
And you couldn't move it hardly any closer to the goal line.
Right. So that last play took 2.8 seconds.
The Badgers are going to take their last time out here to decide whether they're going to kick the field goal or try to punch it in here. Let's call this a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout, but we're going to keep it right here. Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, Gunnison, and proud to support Snow College. So again, put it back in your hands. You called the last one perfectly. You said try the pass. They did. They ran the fade to the corner. So what do you do here?
There might have been a little bit of home cooking on that clock right there. That pass was a kind of a lofty pass to only take 2.8 seconds. But no, I do the same thing like I just said. And I know you're literally on the goal line. The only reason I say throw the ball, a lot of people listening are probably like, just QB sneak it. Put him under center and QB sneak it. And that's a decent play, sure. You got 2 plays if you try and throw the ball. That's my only debate to that.
Gotcha.
But he's going to come out Sweeten's going to come out in shotgun, so definitely not an under center sneak.
Trip split wide to the left. Sweeten, pass, incomplete. Intended for Taylor Larson, and Larson is hurt. He was folded over the back.
And now you have a little bit of clock the other way. That clock stopped at 0.6, and then it started again. So they're putting 1 second on the clock.
They're going to give 1 second, so that is a quick play by the Badgers. Now the Badgers are going to come out for a field goal.
And inside the 1, Gary, I don't know about that. I think you put your quarterback under center and you just QB sneak it. And I know you're a shotgun team, but
here's the reason why I don't like the pass. Everything is so condensed when you're that close to the end zone.
Yeah.
I like the RPO, get the quarterback outside of the pocket where he's got some options, especially somebody like Sweeten. But now it's going to come down to a field goal here. Stockton Lund out of the hold of.
But how often doesn't Taylor Larson catch that too?
That's
the other.
That's
thing.
True. So there's the snap, the placement. The kick is up. The kick is no good. The Badgers miss out on an opportunity here to get points on the board. They get it to the 1-inch line and cannot come away with any points. That's huge.
That's frustrating right there, Gary. I don't know, man. I hate to question, but I think you give it to one of your running backs and go get that half a yard or keep it in Sweeten's hand, as you mentioned. But
right. Well, that's the end of the first half of play. 24-14, the Snow College Badgers with the 10-point lead. And coming out in the second half, the Badgers will have the ball. We'll take this opportunity for a timeout as well. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance Agency in Ephraim. It is surprising how many people do not have any life insurance or adequate coverage today. If you were to suddenly die, would your family have enough money for your funeral and to pay off any debt you may have, or funds to live on with your income no longer available to care for your family? You may be surprised at how low life insurance rates are. Let me sit down with you and discuss how life insurance can benefit you and your family. Call us at Risk Managers in Ephraim, 283-4685.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a third location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3-meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Are you looking for a TV experience that you'll love? Then listen up. Mantitel has partnered with Philo to bring you over 50 channels of live and on-demand TV. Stream your favorite shows from networks like Hallmark, Discovery, Nickelodeon, and more. The best part is Philo gives you over 50 channels with unlimited recording on all of your devices, so you can watch what you want, when you want, for only $20 a month. To sign up, go to go.philo.com/mtcc. That's go.philo.com/mtcc. Mantitel, connecting your life since 1907.
Welcome back once again to Terry Foote Stadium. We're at halftime, and the Snow College Badgers lead at 24-14. And this game was almost 2 halves of a first half.
Yeah.
Badgers jump out 21-0 on their first 3 possessions, 3 big pass plays to take the early 21-0 lead. And then the Falcons come back and outscore the Badgers 14-3 in that second quarter. Looked like the Badgers had a golden opportunity to get at least 3 points, and they came away with it empty-handed, and that gives the Falcons the momentum going into the locker room.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it, that if Snow could get a score right before the end of the half, maybe they could steal that momentum back, go in with a 3-score lead, but drive all the way down the field. It kind of reminds you of that Iowa Western game where you get all the way down the field and then kind of fall apart right at the end, you know. Man, to have the ball inside the 1-yard line, and what did they have, second down from right there?
Yeah.
Didn't they have 3 plays from right there?
Right.
And just couldn't punch it in. So that's frustrating if you're the Badgers and then miss the field goal right at the end of the half.
So 24-14 is where we're at as we check the CVMC scoreboard. If you're having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee, maybe check out the new ROSA knee robotic technology at CVMC. Call 435-623-3200. And we ought to pass along word that the Lady Badgers volleyball team has won the Region 18 volleyball championship. They beat USU Eastern in 3 straight.
Wow.
So that means the Badgers get the automatic berth to the NJCAA. And I'm guessing Utah State Eastern will probably get an at-large bid. We're hoping. Also, girls soccer for Snow College, we're hoping they get an at-large bid to the soccer tournament. They defeated Salt Lake twice in the regular season, lost to them 1-0 in the Region 18 championship, and then got placed lower than them in the rankings. And so they're hoping for that at-large bid. We'll see if that is able to come to pass. So the Badgers' big win for the volleyball team, and we wish them the best of luck at the national championships. Last year they finished second to Iowa Western in the national championship for volleyball.
They've got basketball going on over at the Activity Center today, right?
Right. The ladies are playing Seward County, Florida. That game, I believe, is coming up here shortly. And the men are on the road. I forgot where they were at, but the men are on the road. So we're ending the fall sports and beginning the winter sports here shortly. Of course, the Badgers ranked number 4 in the nation and hoping to hold on to that spot and make it into the playoffs.
For football.
For football, exactly. All right, we'll take this opportunity for another timeout, a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. We'll be back after this.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance Agency in Ephraim. It is surprising how many people do not have any life insurance or adequate coverage today. If you were to suddenly die, would your family have enough money for your funeral and to pay off any debt you may have, or funds to live on with your income no longer available to care for your family? You may be surprised at how low life insurance rates are. Let me sit down with you and discuss how life insurance can benefit you and your family. Call us at Risk Managers in Ephraim, 283-4685.
Welcome back to the halftime show. Gary Chedester with you, along with Greg Sterner. Let's take a look at the NJCAA rankings for you. East Mississippi Community College is at the number 1 spot with a record of 9-0. Iowa Western was able to get by Georgia Military this afternoon. 24-17 was the final there. That game played down in Milledgeville. So Iowa Western remains undefeated and at the number 2 spot. Jones College has 1 loss, and they're at number 3. Snow College 1 loss, they're at number 4. Then you've got Northwest Mississippi Community College with 2 losses. New Mexico Military Institute with 1 loss at 6. Coffeyville at 7. Independence at 8. And all 3 of those teams have 1 loss. Monroe College undefeated and at number 9. Hines Community College at number 10. Now we're into some more of the two-loss teams. Hines College, Iowa Central College, both of their losses to Iowa Western. So you have two losses and both of them to the number two team in the nation. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College 7-2. Tyler Junior College 5-3, ranked 13th. Butler is at number 14. Georgia Military at number 15, and put a bit of a scare, I would imagine, into Iowa Western in that game down there.
Yeah.
Lackawanna, Blinn, Garden City, Trinity Valley, and Hutchinson all receiving votes.
Yeah, all those receiving votes are some of the big dogs too. I mean, when you see the Blinn and the Hutch and the Lackawanna, so there's a good 20 pretty good teams that could win any week, and for Snow to be ranked in the top 5, it's a testament to what they are. They got to come out. They got to play this third quarter like they played the first quarter.
Exactly.
Get a little bit of that momentum back, because they've definitely lost all the momentum and lost it even a little bit more, if you will, right at the end there by not being able to punch that in or get at least 3 points on the board. But still a 10-point lead. That's the nice thing about what getting out to a 21-0 lead does for you, is you can play a little bit. You can lose a little bit of the momentum and still be up by 2 scores like they are.
Agreed. We'll take an opportunity for another timeout. When we come back, we'll run down the scoring summary for you, and we'll do that right after this.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a third location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Why do people everywhere love My Style checking?
It has rewards you'll flip for.
I love my travel rebates!
With My Style, the spotlight's always on me.
We can send money with Zelle. Good boy.
For me, it's instant issue debit card.
Find out why people everywhere love My Style checking from Mountain America at macu.com.
Are you looking for a TV experience that you'll love? Then listen up. Mantitel has partnered with Philo to bring you over 50 channels of live and on-demand TV. Stream your favorite shows from networks like Hallmark, Discovery, Nickelodeon, and more. The best part is Philo gives you over 50 channels with unlimited recording on all of your devices, so you can watch what you want, when you want, for only $20 a month. To sign up, go to go.philo.com/mtcc. That's go.philo.com/mtcc. Mantitel, connecting your life since 1907.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
LaSalle Mountains here to the east of Ephraim, the big S on the mountain there. That's good. Thank you.
It's a good view.
It is a good view. It's kind of sad this time of year. I don't get up on the mountain as much because of the responsibilities here, but I do love our mountains for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, you've got some halftime stats and information for us.
Yeah, so we don't have Brad James with us this week like we normally do. Brad's great. He keeps the stats, but he's down at the 1A, 2A, 3A high school playoffs down at Southern Utah this week. But we do have drive summaries for you. So the first drive, Lackawanna received the kickoff. They were 3 and out, and they punted. Snow College got the ball, and at the 45-yard line, a 34-yard touchdown from Gabe Sweeten to Leggett made the score 7-0. Lackawanna received the kickoff. First play, interception by Keontae Scott. Gave the ball back to the Badgers. They took it in. Sweeten, an 8-yard touchdown pass to Targi Lamson. Made the score 14-0. Lackawanna received the next kickoff. Punted again. Snow College got it about 8:24 left at the 20-yard line, worked their way right down the field. A 59-yard touchdown pass from Gabe Sweeten to Deontay Davis made the score 21-0. Lackawanna took the ball with 6:42 left in the first quarter, ran all that 6:42 off, and then scored on the second play of the second quarter. A 20-yard touchdown run by Squire made the score 21-7. Snow College got the ball back, worked the way down the field, got a 35-yard field goal by Stockton Lund, made the score 24-7. Lackawanna took the next drive down into the end zone for a touchdown. Colby Young with I think a 9-yard run, if I remember right. Nope, 15-yard pass, made the score 24-14. After that was with about 7.5 minutes left there in the first half, and no score after that. Snow College punted. Lackawanna missed that field goal after the intentional grounding, knocked them way back, and missed that long field goal. Snow got the ball back, worked the way right down the field. Great passing from Sweeten to Leggett and to Taylor Larson, but weren't able to capitalize with any points. Had the ball inside the 1-yard line, 2nd and goal, and not able to punch it in. Tried the field goal as time ran out and missed that 17-yard field goal. So at the half, your score, Snow College 24, Lackawanna 14. Snow College will receive the second half kickoff here in about 5 minutes when we kick off.
One of the things I really like is the third quarter. I love to see what happens. The teams go in at halftime, the adjustments that are made, and what the coaches feel like they can come out in the second half and do, or what they need to do.
Yeah.
I love the first couple of possessions of that third quarter.
I was watching an interview. I think it was a halftime interview, and I think it was with Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma's coach. Anyway, he mentioned some of the most important time of the game is the 4 minutes, 2 minutes before halftime, 2 minutes after halftime, and what happens right there, and how much momentum can be derived from those 4 minutes right before and right after halftime. And a lot of the game is determined by that 4 minutes. So we'll see if the Badgers can do something in those first 2 minutes after they receive this kickoff to start the second half.
All right. We'll take this opportunity for another timeout, and we'll have the start of the second half when we come back.
Njcaa Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information,
I'm Dr. Jason Standring, Central Valley Medical Center. I wanted to become a doctor because as I grew up, my family had a family doc that delivered my siblings and took care of us when we were sick and if we had to go to the hospital, and I wanted to do the same thing. Family medicine allows me to do that. I love the fact that I can take care of families throughout their lifespan, from birth and throughout their growing years and their families, even until the end of life care. I'm Dr. Jason Standring at Central Valley Medical Center, and we're accepting new patients, and I'm eager to get to know you and your family. I'm Dr. Jason Standring, Central Valley Medical Center. I wanted to become a doctor because as I grew up, my family had a family doc that delivered my siblings and took care of us when we were sick and if we had to go to the hospital, and I wanted to do the same thing. Family medicine allows me to do that. I love the fact that I can take care of families throughout their lifespan, from birth and throughout their growing years and their families, even until the end of life care. I'm Dr. Jason Standring at Central Valley Medical Center, and we're accepting new patients, and I'm eager to get to know you and your family.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a third location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Why do people everywhere love My Style Checking?
It has rewards you'll flip for.
I love my travel rebates!
With My Style, the spotlight's always on me.
We can send money with Zelle. Good boy.
For me, it's instant issue debit card.
Find out why people everywhere love My Style Checking from Mountain America at MACU.com.
Are you looking for a TV experience that you'll love? Then listen up. Mantitel has partnered with Philo to bring you over 50 channels of live and on-demand TV. Stream your favorite shows from networks like Hallmark, Discovery, Nickelodeon, and more. The best part is Philo gives you over 50 channels with unlimited recording on all of your devices, so you can watch what you want, when you want, for only $20 a month. To sign up, go to go.philo.com/mtcc. That's go.philo.com/mtcc. Mantitel, connecting your life since 1907.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance Agency in Ephraim. It is surprising how many people do not have any life insurance or adequate coverage today. If you were to suddenly die, would your family have enough money for your funeral and to pay off any debt you may have, or funds to live on with your income no longer available to care for your family? You may be surprised at how low life insurance rates are. Let me sit down with you and discuss how life insurance can benefit you and your family. Call us at Risk Managers in Ephraim, 283-4685.
Gary Chittister and Greg Sterner with you live at Terry Foote Stadium on the campus of Snow College in Ephraim, Utah. And the Badgers lead it here at halftime 24-14 as we check the Central Valley Medical Center scoreboard. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. A reminder that we will have the Little Caesars Player of the Game. Little Caesars makes their dough fresh in-house every day and uses 100% mozzarella and Munster cheeses. And we will have the Sanpete Steel Steelman of the Game. Sanpete Steel Steelman of the Game is given to a player who makes a tough, gritty play that changes the momentum of the game. We'll have those awards for you on the post-game show. So we talked about how important the last few minutes are of the second quarter and the first few minutes of the third quarter. I would give advantage Lackawanna at the end of the first half.
So if you're Snow, you lost the last 2 minutes there. Right. By not capitalizing and punching it in the end zone or at least getting 3 out of it. So what are you going to do when you receive this kickoff? Are you going to change the momentum and go down and get some points on this first drive? Try and make it a 3-score game. Try and get up 17 here. A lot of this game, the way this game turns out might depend on this drive, Gary. So it's fun.
Agree.
It's fun. Like I said in the first half, when Snow went up 21-0 with 7 minutes or whatever, 6 minutes left in the first quarter, you thought, geez, they're gonna run away with this one. And Lackawanna's made it a game, and that makes it fun if you're watching. Makes it nervous if you're a Snow College athletic director or coach or whatever, but it's fun.
I wonder if the athletic director's actually watching or if he's coaching the men's game
they've
today.
got the game today. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, there goes Bob Trithall. Hey, Bob.
Let's get Bob up here. Let's get Bob a cameo up here.
I just saw him drive by. I didn't see him stick his hand out the window. He's checking up on the Snow College athletics. I would hope he would be listening, at least.
I wonder how many games Gary Chittister and Bob Trithall did together for Snow College over the years.
Well,
it's got to be in the hundreds.
18 years.
He did basketball with you too, right?
No.
Oh, just football. Okay.
Just football.
Okay.
18 years, averaging about 10 games a year.
There you go. A couple hundred probably.
All out to the 25, breaking a tackle. The Badgers are going to get a good start here. This is Keontae Scott, and Keontae Scott will go the distance. Are there any flags on the play? No,
sir. I don't
sir.
see any. Keontae Scott picking up where he ended off the first half. He's had a good first half and then returns that kickoff all the way into the end zone. 100-yard kickoff return.
Well, he's going to take this. Actually, we're going to give him 95.
95
he took this
yards.
at the 5-yard line. Really didn't hardly get touched, got past the kicker, and then it was a foot race, and nobody's going to catch Keontae Scott. That is the first time I think I've seen Keontae Scott on a kickoff return. And now
just
we've got
building that next level resume he is. But what the Snow coaches are calling the players down. Is there a flag? I don't see a flag here.
I don't either. I'm not sure what
are we looking at here.
I don't know. Is this going to come back? So no touchdown by Keontae Scott.
So they say a 15-yard penalty. I don't know if there's time to see that replay again.
Let's see it again.
Must have been 20 yards behind the play. Gosh, that's
Jake,
frustrating.
run it again if you can, please.
It was clear back on the Badger 40, so it's going to put them back on the 25-yard line to start. But goodness gracious.
Here's the replay. So those on the radio can't see this. We're watching it again and trying to see what the call here. Oh, I think it was that crackback block right there, but it was two players face to face. If that was the call, I'll have to. Well, Badgers get the ball 1st and 10 at the, where'd they mark it, 24-yard line.
I don't know where the flag was, though, Gary.
I didn't see it. There was never a flag on the field. Handoff to Targi Lamson. Lamson gets a small hole and forces his way out to near the 30-yard line. Mark it at the 29. So a gain of 5 for Targi. Lamson with 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. So the highs of highs and the lows of lows. It looked like a touchdown for the Badgers. A great return by Keontae. Gets called back, and the Badgers have it now 2nd and 5 from the 29-yard line. Sweeten with Lamson in the backfield. 2 wide out, split wide to the right. Caden Leggett to the left. Elijah Irvin is far right, and Taylor Larson in the slot to the right. Tavita Noah, the tight end, on the right side of the formation. Handoff to Lamson. Lamson has the corner, lowers the shoulder. A helmet comes off again, but Lamson is going to have the first down. Tavita Noah loses his helmet.
And I don't think Tavita Noah has a catch today, does he, Gary? No. And
I don't think he's even been targeted.
Yeah. Just be interesting to see if they maybe look at him, just a little 5-yard, 6-yard dump-off pass and see what he can do after it.
Well, he's going to have to come off the field now after he lost his helmet. It'll be 1st and 10. Badgers now at the 36-yard line. Badgers getting the run game going a little bit here. And now they've got 2 wideouts to the right, 2 wideouts to the left. Checking in for the Badgers is Peyton Beck. Handoff, Targi hides behind the lineman, now turns it upfield and picks up the first down.
Excellent patient run by Targi Lamson that time. If you watch on that replay, he just did just what Gary said, just kind of hid behind the line, let the blocks establish, goes to the left and gets enough for a first down.
That moves the chains. Targi comes off, and Peyton Beck comes off. And so coming in now is Seth Kalin at the running back position. Seth Kalin to the left of Gabe Sweeten. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right for the Badgers. Sweeten, quick pass over the middle, in and out of the hands, intended for Elijah Irvin.
Yeah, you had that safety bearing down from Lackawanna. What do we got? Number 26, Samuel Graham. Just kind of bearing down on the receiver for Snow and not able to come down with it. Maybe hearing a little bit of footsteps there on that crossing route.
But you're going to get popped whether you make the catch or not. Easy for me to say, right?
Yeah.
I'm an old fart up in the booth and just watching it. 2nd down and 10. Caden Leggett and Taylor Larson split wide to the left. Elijah Irvin split wide to the right. Kalin and Sweeten in the backfield. Tavita Noah, the tight end, on the left side of the formation here on 2nd and 10. Sweeten, play action, gets out of the pocket. Now he's going to run down the sidelines, taken out of bounds as he gets into Falcon territory. Mark him out at the 47.
Showed his wheels that time, just rolling out to the right. A lot of pressure there if he would have tried to stay in the pocket. Just needed to do something to get a few yards.
And give him 4 on the carry. Actually give him 5 on the carry. 3rd and 5. Again, Kalin in the backfield. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Big 3rd down here for the Badgers on their first possession of the 3rd quarter. We're down to 12:35 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Badgers reset. Sweeten takes the snap. Whistle blew, and somebody must have moved.
I think it might have been a delay of game that time. That play clock was at 0. Yeah.
That's twice the Badgers have been called for a delay of game.
Yes, that's right.
You got to be aware of that and get that snap off. So instead of 3rd and 5, 3rd and 10, you might be in 4-down territory here. Might. Especially if you can pick up some yards here. If you end up with 4th and 10, no way. But if you end up with 4th and maybe less than 5. Trips now wide to the left for Sweeten. Sweeten takes the snap, Play action under some pressure, goes down the sidelines, got a man open, Larson. Larson makes the catch in between the cornerback and the safety, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Boy.
Took a big hit.
A big hit.
Yeah, from the corner and the safety, just like you said on this replay, if you'll see it. And Taylor Larson able to hang on to that ball, what do you get? 20-some-odd yards on that pass.
William Hackett came over from the safety position to lay some lumber on the Badgers. Taylor Larson. Late substitution into the ball game is Tyler Gross. And another substitution. So 2 late substitutions there. Sweeten is going to keep it on the option. Breaks it to the outside. He's down near the 10-yard line to the 11. Mark it the 12, I guess. And that'll be enough for the first down.
Sweeten did a good job that time to hold on to the ball. You saw Tyrese Mills come and really take a big swipe at that ball that time. And Sweeten needed to hang on to that, keep the contact points on the ball, and he was able to.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Seth Kalin in the backfield. Tavita Noah also in the backfield from his tight end position. Now he goes in motion from left to right. Hand off to Kalin. Kalin comes back to the left and gets down near the 10-yard line, just inside the 10. And late getting up is a Falcon. And he's going to go off the field. That's going to be Harold O'Neill, a linebacker. So 2nd and 7. Falcons look like they jumped, but they got back, and the Badgers reset here. 2 wideouts to the right, Leggett to the left. Sweeten back to pass the quick pass out there for Taylor Larson. Larson uncharacteristically did not hold on to it.
I was going to say that's about the easiest pass that he's had all day. No defenders bearing down on him or anything like that. Just wasn't able to hold on to it. It is a little bit outside of his hands, but comes down with that really tough catch down the sideline a couple plays ago, but wasn't able to that time. 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 for the Badgers here inside the 10. They were here at the end of the first half and did not get points. Got to get points here. Kalin behind Sweeten. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left for Sweeten. Sweeten hands it off to Kalin. Kalin tried to bounce it to the outside and loses yardage back to the 10.
Great job. Yeah, Lackawanna just did a good job to stretch that out. You had Jeremiah Jackson stretching that out, some linebackers, defensive linemen just making it go towards the sideline to where Seth Kalin had nowhere to turn it upfield. Badgers are going to have to resort to a field goal here, try to go up 13.
So Stockton Lund to try another field goal. This one a little bit longer than the last one he tried at the end of the first half. Out of the hold of Taylor Larson at the 17-yard line, so a 27-yard field goal attempt. The snap is good, the placement's good, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Badgers do get some points on the board on their first possession here of the second half. They lead at 27-14. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium, a beautiful November afternoon, and the Badgers leading the Falcons of Lackawanna 27-14 as we check the CVMC scoreboard. If you're having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee, check out the new ROSA knee robotic technology at CVMC. Call 435-623-3200. Now, did the Badgers kick deep to these dangerous return men? It looks like back there right now is Delvin Palmer. And they do kick it high, end over end, and Palmer lets it carry into the end zone. And they'll take it at the 25-yard line.
Best thing you could do if you're the Badgers right there.
That's actually Cohen Russell, sorry.
And that was
Cohen Russell.
And Brody Taylor was the one who, with the kickoff duties that time instead of Stockton Lund. Yeah, the punter. So, yeah, get that thing into the end zone. Don't give those speedy returners for the Falcons a chance to bring that ball back.
Agreed. Brody Taylor has kicked off on a few occasions. I remember he had one at ASA Miami, and I think he had one also at Kilgore. So first possession here for the Falcons in the third quarter. Out there at quarterback is Brown, Barry Brown. A single setback with him in the backfield. Handoff, trying straight ahead, right up the middle, got some room to run. And picking up a few yards is Isaiah Edwards at running back. Give him 5 out over the 30. So Edwards and Brown in the backfield. 2 wideouts split wide. Actually, they're in tight to the left. 1 wide out to the right. Brown will reset here with Edwards in the backfield. 2nd down and 5 for the Falcons. Edwards now moves from the left to the right of Brown. Brown back to pass, looks to the right. Passes too high, incomplete, intended out there for Josiah Purdy.
I'll tell you what, Barry Brown hasn't missed many of those passes today. And that one just a little bit too tall. Badgers brought a blitz from both sides, outside linebackers coming. Put a little bit of pressure on Brown to throw it a little bit quicker, but yeah, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 5 here.
2 wideouts split wide to the left for the Falcons, 2 wideouts to the right. An empty backfield for Brown. Brown looks to the sideline. Down to 8 seconds on the play clock. 5. Back to passes Brown. Looks over the middle. Got a man out there. It's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted.
Oh, Brandon Falau had eyes on that one, Gary. He was going to have some green grass in front of him, too. But a good job by, was that Austin Francis back behind from that safety position?
Francis was behind. It looked like it was Hogan that had missed it off his fingertips.
Oh, wasn't that? Okay. I was thinking it was Falau. But, yeah, good job by the linebacker to drop back and break up the pass, and Austin Francis to come from behind and hit the receiver just in case he had ideas of catching that tip.
So on 4th down, a punting situation. The Falcons' nice high floater is going to be fielded by Taylor Larson at the 35, to the 40, the 45, the 50.
Wow.
Into Falcon territory and taken down at the 44-yard line, and Captain America makes a nice play.
How many Falcons had a shot at Taylor Larson that time? You had at least 4 or 5 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, and it took 2 to bring him down.
5 and 6 to bring him down. Yeah, Taylor Larson makes a bunch of Falcons miss, gets it into their territory up to the 44. Good field position for the Badgers. As we talked about at halftime, what are you going to do with these first couple of possessions? The first one ended up in a field goal. Now we'll see if we can get another 7 on the board here.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of the Falcons. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right for the Badgers. Sweeten brings Taylor Larson in motion. Fakes the handoff to Larson, keeps it. He's at the 35, the 30, tries to leap over the defender and taken out of bounds.
You see a lot of guys try that leap. I don't know that you want your quarterback, unless your name is Taysom. Unless
got a flag on the play.
Unless your name's Taysom Hill is what I was going to say. You really don't want to be leaping, but yeah, probably going to have a hold back here, I think. Flag back right in front of the line of scrimmage at the 41-yard line.
And I think you're probably right. Probably a holding call.
Nope.
That's even worse.
Unsportsmanlike 15-yard penalty from the spot. So I don't know if we can see that replay, see what happened there. But, yeah, 56, you saw him getting pulled out of the game pretty quick there.
So we're going to see it again here as they get set.
Jeez, just blocking. 2 guys engaged with each other, and one goes down, and so the penalty goes against the one who threw the guy to the ground. Jeez.
2 wideouts to the right, 2 wideouts to the left. The Badgers have a first down at the 40. After they picked up the first down, then they march off the penalty, so the Badgers end up with, that's how they get the first down here. At the 40-yard line, right at the 40 for Sweeten. 8 minutes to go. Handoff this time goes to Larson. Larson has the corner. Larson taken down after a gain of 5 at the 35.
Dwayne Grantham came up from his defensive back position for the Falcons and was just able to clip Taylor Larson by the legs to get him down. Otherwise, Larson might have had 5 or 6 more yards that time.
You notice Taylor Larson has a knee brace now on that right knee. That probably happened right there at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a lot to keep him off the field. Badgers go with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the right. Targi Lamson in the backfield on 2nd and 5. Handoff goes to Lamson. Lamson breaks a tackle. Lamson has the first down inside the 30-yard line. And that'll move the chains once again.
Nice little juke by Targi to be able to get that first down. If he doesn't make that little juke in the backfield, he gets dropped right at the line of scrimmage, but is able to get about 6 yards, 1 yard past the line he needed, up to the 29.
Nobody out covering Taylor Larson, really. Now, finally, the safety comes over. Tyrese Mills. But he's off of Larson by quite a bit. Now the pass out to Larson. Larson gets a block, turns it upfield, maybe gains 3 or 4. Leggett trying to make that block behind the line of scrimmage.
So that's a lot what you talked about right there, Gary. You've got a safety that's, 10, 15 yards off of Larson. So if you're Snow College, you think, okay, just pass it out to him quick. Well, obviously, Lackawanna knows what they're doing with their personnel and knows he can recover quickly because the safety was able to step up and hit Taylor right after he caught that ball. Because, it did look like he had a lot of room there.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, so 4 yards on first down, not a bad play. You'll take that pretty much every time if they give you that soft coverage every time.
Marquise Montgomery to the right. Taylor Larson in the slot to the right. Lamson in the backfield. Sweeten back to pass. Throws, got a man open. Marquise Montgomery makes the catch down near the 11-yard line. That's enough to move the chains.
You talk about on the numbers. If we watch this replay, you'll see that is right on that number 3 for Marquise Montgomery. Great throw by Sweeten to hit his man right in the numbers, move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 from the 11. Trips wide to the left. Sweeten. He's got Leggett, Tavita Noah, and Larson in that order from the left to the right. And Marquise Montgomery top of the screen. Targi Lamson in the backfield. 1st and 10. Sweeten keeps it on the play action and gets inside the 5-yard line to the 4. I like that play.
Yeah, that's a great little run right there. It gets 8, 9 yards? Well, they'll give him closer to about 7 on that.
So the Badgers inside the 5-yard line now on their second possession here of the second half. We're down to 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Play clock down to 12 as Sweeten looks to the sidelines. Now brings Targi up to his left. Handoff to Targi. Targi breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, and into the end zone. Nice run by Targi Lamson.
Yeah, absolutely. That was all Targi at the end there. Good blocking up front, but then he got hit twice and was able to make men miss and get into the end zone. Push that to a 3-score game, 33-14 PAT pending now for the Badgers.
Targi Lamson gets his first touchdown here of the ball game. And the Badgers, their first 2 possessions of the third quarter results in 9 and hopefully 10 points here. And they score at 4:51 remaining in the third quarter. Stockton Lund out of the hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Badgers now lead at 34-14. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim, 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester along with Greg Sterner. As the Snow College Badgers able to get in the MACU end zone. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details at macu.com. Badgers get into the end zone on a Targhee Lamson 4-yard run to make it Snow College 34 and the Falcons of Lackawanna 14. Brody Taylor with the kick, and a booming high end over end kick sails over the head into the end zone, and looks like the Falcons will take over at their 25-yard line.
Yeah, 2 times now. You had Brody Taylor come out, kickoff here in the second half, both of them into the end zone, just what you want. Put 75 yards between the Falcons and trying to make it a 2-score game. Snow College has answered well here to start the second half.
Agreed. Two scores on 2 possessions, a field goal and a touchdown. Checking other games of interest, it is the semifinals in the Mississippi Conference. Northwest Mississippi is playing Jones, and Hines playing East Mississippi. Brown in some trouble, and he gets back close to the line of scrimmage, but we do have a flag on the play, and we'll see what the call is. Generally in the location of holding, but there have been some calls that I haven't seen before today. And now the official comes to the sideline, and it is going to be holding against the Falcons. So instead of 2nd and 10, it's going to be 1st and 20. Ball moved back to the 15-yard line. Falcons come out with Tripp split wide to the right, a single wide out wide to the left for Brown. Brown in shotgun, back to pass. Looks to the left, now throws. A little too wide off the hands of the intended receiver, Josiah Purdy.
He had Delvin Palmer wide open coming out on the right side. With the speed that Delvin Palmer has that we've seen so far today, if Brown would have been able to see him, that might have been 6.
I tell you, Falcons have a couple of players that are very quick, very elusive, and they've shown it, and one of those is Delvin Palmer for sure. 2nd down and 20. 2 wideouts to the right. Play action. Brown tries a little sidearm, gets it to Delvin, and Delvin is going to lose a couple of yards. Badgers sniffed that one out and got there quickly.
I'm trying to get a number on who came out of that, coming off the field right here. Is that number 8 right there, Noah Kema, or is that number 9? That's Owen Fa'amoe. Yeah, Delvin Palmer might have had a little bit of room if Fa'amoe hadn't able to get a hand on him and hold him up, and so
how strong is Owen Fa'amoe to get a hold of his jersey and hold on with one hand? You're right,
absolutely.
Cohen Russell in the slot to the right now for the Falcons. Falcons go with 4 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Fa'amoe puts some pressure on Brown. Brown gets out, now throws across the field. Pass is going to be caught, but well short of the first down. Getting out over the 20 to the 22, and again, Fa'amoe in on that play.
Yeah, it's funny you say Fa'amoe's putting pressure on the quarterback, and then he's one of them that's in on the tackle 8 yards down from the line of scrimmage. He's just a high motor. If you're watching on Snow TV right now, you see it right now. Fa'amoe coming from that linebacker position and getting in on the stop there. Snow Badger defense doing what they need to here in the third quarter, just like they did at the start of the first quarter.
Snap is good. The punt is away. The Badgers had some pressure. It's going to go off the side of the foot. Fielded by Taylor Larson at the 45. And he's going to be taken down near the 50. It depends on where they mark it. Looked like he got close to the 50 and then kind of retreated. They're going to mark it at the 49.
Well, Taylor Larson's not afraid to go up and pick up that ball, is he? Even if he knows he's going to get hit. Got Snow a couple yards there after picking that up. But, yeah, right at the 49. So 51 yards between them and the Mountain America Credit Union to put another one on the board here.
34-14 as we check the CVMC scoreboard. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Fa'amoe in motion. Hand off to Lamson. Lamson looks for blockers, finds a block, and that's going to be a holding. A gain of 6, but that'll be erased on the holding call on the Badgers.
You're calling that before they even call it, huh,
yeah,
Gary? You saw that one, huh?
Did you?
No, I didn't, but I believe you're right, yeah.
Right there in the middle.
Yeah, yep, you can see that on that replay.
I'm not going to mention.
You do a good job at not mentioning.
I just don't believe
penalties,
in it.
Yeah.
Now, if it's something, I mean, that's in the course of the play there. If it's stupid, yeah. I might mention something.
If it's stupid, Gary's going to call you out on it. So don't do stupid stuff.
There you go.
You don't want to get called out by the voice of the Badgers.
1st and 20 now for the Badgers. Move back to the 39-yard line. Caden Leggett wide to the left. The Badgers have trips wide to the right. From the far side working in, it's Marquise Montgomery, Tavita Noah, and Taylor Larson. Targi Lamson in the backfield. Back to pass is Sweeten. Sweeten is sacked for the first time today.
Yeah.
Now, there's a celebration, too,
yeah,
and that's not called.
Yeah.
I get your point. I was supporting you of what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, right. If you're going to call this celebration, you got to call it. But, yeah, Cottrell Hatchett did a great job to get into the backfield and take down Sweeten. Like you mentioned, first sack of the day. Sweeten's done a good job at stepping up in the pocket or rolling out when he needed to and picking up a few yards down the field with his legs.
2nd and 26 for the Badgers. Again, it's Caden Leggett, Taylor Larson on the near side of the field. Tavita Noah and Marquise Montgomery at the top of the field. Larson now in motion. Play action to him, and they go to Caden Leggett. It's too high, incomplete. And this is going to be a late flag. This could be roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a late hit on the quarterback here. See it on that replay right there.
Oh, and helmet to helmet,
was it
possibly.
Helmet? Okay. Yeah, because it didn't look too late. I mean, it was maybe just a step after that throw was after that ball was thrown. But
I think he led with the crown of his helmet right into the face mask of Sweeten.
Yeah, you can't.
At least that's what I saw.
Yep, you called it, Gary.
So the Badgers on 2nd and 26 end up with a first down. Short of midfield, though.
About a yard short of the original line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, yeah. So 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line for the Badgers. We're winding down here in the third quarter. 1:59 remaining in the third. 3 wide receivers for the Badgers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Hand off to Lamson. Lamson has good yardage as he gets to the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7.
Sometimes you watch other little things when you're calling a game like this. Number 33 outside, the defensive back for Lackawanna, William Hackett and Caden Leggett are really going at it on the outside. Keep watching that. I'll come back to that.
Hand off to Lamson. Lamson another first down and another flag.
Yeah, you got 2 flags. You got one on the side judge and one by the back judge out here. But Leggett and Hackett are really going at it. And Hackett's he's getting right up in the bump coverage and doing funny little stuff, trying to make Leggett jump early. And Leggett's having none of it. He's a statue out there. But, man, when it's a running play, they're engaging hard. So
illegal substitution is the penalty against Lackawanna. So that should be tacked on to the end. Well, I don't see him actually moving. I thought that's where the Badgers got to.
Haven't moved the sticks, though. We still have a first. There we go. Yep.
So the Badgers have it at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Having some issues over there with the sticks, trying to get them organized. Hand off to Lamson again. Lamson tries the middle of the field, and Lamson's going to gain again about 7 yards inside the 25. Nice run by Lamson.
Yeah, the Snow College offensive line now just kind of asserting some dominance on the defensive line in that second level, the linebackers of Lackawanna.
I wonder if the offensive line got challenged a little bit at halftime.
Yeah.
Play action. Sweeten throws it to Leggett. Leggett makes a heck of a catch. But
did he step out first?
I think he might have been forced out. This is going to be interesting to see what they call, because if he's forced out he can come back. If he ran out on his own, he cannot come back in.
So the official has his hat thrown.
That means he did go out.
Yeah.
And now they're going to give him a catch because I think he was forced out. Can we watch that again real quick, Jake?
Watch how hard these two are going at each other. 13 and 33 on the outside. This, if you're a Snow College fan, these two are going at each other hard. And Leggett, they're talking a lot.
Kind of missed that.
To be able to come down with that is a good play by Caden Leggett.
Targi Lamson inside the 5. Down to about the 3-yard line.
Just going back to that last one, Leggett was pushed out of bounds, as you mentioned. He literally jumped back in bounds, caught the ball above his head, and drugged those toes.
Lamson, what an effort by Targi Lamson. Targi Lamson is not going to be denied on that play. He got the ball at about the 3, got hit twice in the backfield, and is able to force his way into the end zone. So a 3-yard run by Targi Lamson. That's his second touchdown here in the third quarter. He has a run of 4 yards and now a run of 3 yards for Targi. And that happens with just 25.5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. But you're right, Leggett and Hatchett have been going at it like
it's kind of fun to watch.
It's a game within a game.
Right, it's
almost.
kind of fun to watch, and you can't miss the play that's happening on the field to watch that. But it's kind of interesting.
This might be one of those I'm going to have to go back and watch.
Yeah,
a game. The extra point is up. The extra point is good. So Targi Lamson gets into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details.
I'm a mom
MAC.
raising 4 kids, so I know what you're.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium and Robert L. Stoddard Field. Snow College Badgers get into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone on a 3-yard run by Targi Lamson and now lead it by a score of 41-14. As we are winding down here in the third quarter, 25.5 seconds remaining, and Brody Taylor will do the kicking duties once again for Snow College. And the Falcons with 2 players back deep to receive. This one might be returned. Nope. At the last second, Delvin Palmer decides to let it go over his head into the end zone, and the Falcons will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, first and third quarters, all Snow College here. Gary?
Kind of strange how this game has been played.
All of their points, or did they get it? No, Snow got a field goal there in the second quarter. Yeah, so 20.
Yes.
So 38 of the 41 points are in the first and third quarters, and 3 in the second there. So,
very strange.
Yeah. Gave up all 14 in the second quarter to Lackawanna. Gave up nothing in the first and here in the third.
So 25.5 seconds remaining. Barry Brown in the shotgun formation. 2 wide out, split wide to the right. Watch out for Palmer. Brown passes to the left, wide, intended for the intended receiver, Alfonso Foray, but incomplete. Flag on the play. Is that going to be pass interference or
I
holding?
think that's probably going to be one of those. Yeah, it looks like they're calling a holding against the Badgers right along the sideline out there. Going to give them 10 yards and a first down.
So that'll be first down for the Falcons out to the 35-yard line. Brown again in shotgun formation. Who's he got in the backfield with him right now?
It's a bigger kid. I can't see his number.
I can't either. So we'll try to get that for you here shortly. Now I got it. Brown, pump fake, now goes deep. Badgers are back there defensively, and Francis makes the interception, but then falls down.
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, did he really? They're
it.
saying incomplete.
Oh, man, you had two Badgers back there in better position than any of the Falcons, and just couldn't come down with it.
It's Antoine Squire who's in the backfield. Yeah, Francis back there and just could not hold on to it.
Yeah, I think you had Khalil Lewis back there with him.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Francis might not want to come to the sideline.
Yeah, probably pretty frustrated there.
Brown under some pressure, now rolls out to the right, throws deep, got a man out there, way out of bounds. Intended out there for Cohen Russell, but that was easy, 5-6 yards out of bounds. And you are absolutely right. I tell you, Owen Fa'amoe is all over the field.
Yeah, he's got
on that
such
pass
a motor.
play, he is 25 yards downfield trying to help out in coverage.
From a linebacker position.
From a linebacker, yeah.
Yep, he has got a motor. He's a kid that's going to play at the next level as well.
3rd down and 10. Fa'amoe now on the linebacker on this near side, but he'll drop into coverage. Brown back to pass, goes over the middle, incomplete, no, picked off.
Yeah.
Austin Francis redeems himself.
Yeah, catches the tougher one and gains him maybe 15 yards or so from where the other one would have been. So, yeah, why not? He knew what he was doing, Gary.
Yeah, why do we second guess that?
That's right.
Butch Powell comes over and gives him a high five. Flag on the play.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be on the Badgers.
Oh, dang it.
What do we got? Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Okay, so we erase the interception. And on 3rd and long, give him a 1st down. So again, tough penalties for the Badgers as they had the Falcons off the field, but they give it back to them. And
it's exactly 25 yards on this drive, all in penalties.
Exactly.
10-yard holding and 25 yards up to the and 15-yard roughing the passer up to midfield.
So it's 1st and 10 at midfield, as Greg just mentioned. And Brown, the quarterback. Brown, play action. Steps up in the pocket, throws the deep out, and that's going to be enough. No, just short of the 1st down, looks like, but they are going to give him the catch to the 42-yard line.
Barry Brown, complete. I think that's going to end the 3rd quarter here if I'm... Yep.
I think it was Colby Young on the reception. We'll take this opportunity for a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. We'll be back with the 4th quarter right after this.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a 3rd location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Why do people everywhere love my style checking?
It has rewards you'll flip for.
I love my travel rebates!
With my style, the spotlight's always on me.
We can send money with Zelle. Good boy.
For me, it's instant issue debit card.
Find out why people everywhere love My Style Checking from Mountain America at macu.com.
2nd down and 2, and the handoff goes straight ahead to DeAndre Scott. And Scott is going to pick up the 1st down as he gets inside the 40-yard line of the Badgers. Enough to move the chains. In on the tackle, Sione Monga. So I found out why they call Sione Malise John John.
Okay.
I'll tell you that here when we get another chance. 1st and 10. Back to passes. Brown has time. Now flushed out of the pocket. Gets a block. Now throws deep down the field and trying to cut underneath was Scott. And Keontae Scott ends up giving up the deep pass. I don't know why he didn't go after the receiver. He cut underneath, and then the ball went right over his head.
The ball was kind of a duck. You know, it was kind of a floating duck. So I think Keontae Scott thought he could cut under it and pick that off. But it just went just over his head. And another good play by Delvin Palmer, really the best offensive player of the day for Lackawanna.
So 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Falcons. Handoff straight ahead and getting chopped underneath. Khalil Lewis comes up defensively to take the feet out of the running back.
Yeah, Khalil Lewis coming from a defensive back position to make the stop just right in front of the line of scrimmage. So good job by him by filling that space.
I tell you, Khalil, since the Iowa Western game, has come on and played really, really well for the Badgers in that free safety. Handoff again, trying to go straight ahead, trying to get to the end zone, and just short of the end zone again on the carry, I think, was DeAndre Scott. And the Badgers shuttle in some big beef along that defensive line. And the Badgers have to hurry and get off, and they do. So 3rd and goal from the 1 foot line. Handoff and trying to jump over and not able to make it. The Badgers stand them up. Oh, what a play. And I'm going to say that's Tui Iono that comes out, fired up. No, it's not Tui. I wanted to give it to Tui.
You had 96, you had number 95, and I don't have a number.
I don't have a 95 either.
It's not on there. It's not on the program either. And he's been in quite a bit today and made some good plays. But Tui Pelotu Lai?
Is that who they gave the credit to?
And
Tui Iono.
Yeah, yep.
So we've got an injured player that comes off, and it looks like the Falcons going to go for it here on 4th and goal from, what is it, the 2-yard line? 4th and goal from the 2. I don't think they're going to run it again. That's my bet.
Yeah, it hasn't worked the first 3 plays. I don't know if that player is far enough off the field that they're willing to let him start. I think that's what's going on here. I think it's the right tackle out there for Lackawanna, and he's just barely walked off the sideline, so they're not letting play go.
He's got to get behind the dotted line there, I think. There we go. So big 4th down here for both the Falcons and the Badgers on 4th and goal from the 2. 2 wide out split, wide to the left, 1 wide out, wide to the right. In the backfield is DeAndre Scott with Barry Brown, the quarterback. Brown hands it off straight ahead, and he got into the end zone.
Yep, just snuck in there, yeah.
Nice run by DeAndre Scott to get the points on the board. So 12:54 remaining here in the ball game, and a 1-yard run, 2-yard. Let's give him 2-yard run by DeAndre Scott. And the extra point coming up. Now Brown gets up, and it looks like they're going to go for 2. You still got the kicker. Oh, now he's going to go down.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a 21-point game right now. You want to kick that thing.
41-20, the score. Extra point coming up here for the Falcons. The placement's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 41-21, the Badgers with a 20-point lead here. And we'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
So the Falcons get into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone. Mountain America Credit Union, show your school pride by getting yourself a Snow College debit card from Mountain America Credit Union. Available now at the Ephraim branch. Mountain America Credit Union, guiding you forward. Visit macu.com.
And Lackawanna got away with a couple of big mistakes on their part during that drive. Austin Francis had the interception that he dropped.
Yep.
And then he had the interception that was called back because of the roughing the quarterback.
Yep.
So
and you had the holding.
Change. Yeah, huge change.
So Sione Molisi, he decided there were too many Siones on the team.
Oh.
There are 3. And so he is John Molisi.
So that's not from when he was younger or anything like that? Or
well,
maybe.
Apparently Sione is John.
Oh, okay.
Keontae Scott takes it at the 5-yard line. We'll see if he can return this one. Makes a nice move and gets to the 30-yard line. I don't know how he went. He went sideways.
You go watch this
and number
replay.
49 goes flying right past him.
That 49, nobody picked him up for Lackawanna. He's just barreling down. That kid's got to be 260, just barreling down on Keontae Scott, and he just makes him miss. Oh, goodness gracious. I thought he was going to take Keontae's head off there.
How was that again? Whoop.
That was a whoop.
Whoop. I like
That's
that.
a little Chris Berman.
That
right
is a
there for
Chris
you.
Berman right there.
My goodness.
Badgers have it at their 31-yard line, 1st and 10. And John Malisi is in the backfield right now for the Badgers. Sweeten throws it deep out. Nobody there. I think he was just throwing that away. Unless he thought Irvin was coming back hard on that. Irvin was going deep, and I don't know that Sweeten has the arm to get it quite that deep. 2nd down and 10 at the 31-yard line. 4 wideouts, 2 right, 2 left for the Badgers. Sweeten with Malisi in the backfield. Have not seen Carson Manukin. 2nd down and 10. Handoff Malisi. Malisi hides behind the offensive line. Tries to turn it upfield. Gets maybe 2 yards is all. Malisi definitely the smaller of the running backs for the Badgers, so when we say hide behind the line, he can definitely do that easier.
Yeah, you got some big, tall linemen for the Badgers, that's for sure. You know, those 6'3", 6'4", 6'5 guys.
Zach Mendoza.
Salatai, number 58 on that far right side. Man, that kid is a giant.
So 3rd down and 8 for the Badgers. If you're the Badgers, you want to answer that last touchdown by the Falcons. Sweeten got a man open, but underthrew him. Elijah Irvin was there, had enough for the 1st down. Sweeten just threw it into the ground.
Yeah, Elijah Irvin ran a good route that time. It was just a little bit too low for him, and you haven't seen that much for Sweeten today. He's been putting it on the numbers. I've mentioned putting it on the numbers multiple times with him, and that time would have moved the sticks if he would have put it on that number 6.
Coach Erickson.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated after that one.
I think so.
Yeah, you could see a little visible frustration for Zach that time.
So it'll bring up a punting situation. Brody Taylor on to punt it. Back deep to receive is Palmer and Russell. Pretty good kick. Fair catch signaled for. And it's going to come down at the 29.
There was a flag right at the snap, so I don't know if that's...
And Brody Taylor went to the ground.
Yeah, you hear the coaches to the left of us here kind of upset, saying that they roughed our punter for Snow College. We'll see where that replay comes back. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. But there is a flag right at the line of scrimmage. So this is either illegal procedure or possibly offsides, I would think. I mean, it is right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it was right when the ball was snapped, so it's got to be one of those two.
But we're not moving
why
anywhere.
They're still talking.
Taking forever.
So illegal formation, so they must be just adding it to where the ball ended, right?
I guess, yeah. That's what they did.
He said from the previous spot, but I think what he meant was from the end of the kick, the white hat, because that'll put it up at about the 34.
Yep. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 34-yard line. Badgers continuing that trend of 1st and 3rd quarters and 2nd and 4th quarters.
You're right.
As the Badgers were unable to get a 1st down on their first possession of the 4th quarter. Brown back to pass. Got a man out there and fights away the defense and comes up with a big catch. Nice job by Colby Young, as the Badgers just kind of lost track of the ball.
Yeah, he's a big receiver out there. There is a flag right near the line of scrimmage thrown by the side judge on this close side here.
And this might come back.
And is that Keontae Scott taking a minute to get up here? Yeah, that is. That's not one you want to come down.
Illegal formation now on the Falcons. So that's going to erase a big, big gain.
Yeah, that 86 outside for Lackawanna. What did we say? Colby Young. He's the one that he had a touchdown catch there in the first half. And
6'4" freshman out of Binghamton, New York.
Yeah, he's a big kid. When you're going up against a 5'10" defensive back, that's a big difference.
And Keontae has come off the field.
Yeah.
Khalil stays out there, but Keontae Scott comes off. Back to pass is Brown. Brown has time, throws out to the right, and overthrows the intended receiver. And that is Jawan Hall, who's not tiny by any stretch of the imagination. 6'1" freshman out of Monica, Pennsylvania. But he looks bigger to me than just 6'1". Maybe that's because I'm looking over here at Colby Young, who is 6'4".
Yeah. You have Keontae Scott coming back out on the field now, so just one play off there, so obviously he's all right.
Jalen Hughes is matching up with Colby Young, and it'll be 2nd and 15. Brown back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, throws the little dump route, got the running back out of the backfield. On the catch is Antoine Squire. Squire picks up, about 7 yards, it looks like, maybe 8. So it'll be 3rd and 7.
So here's where Snow College wasn't able to get a stop on that last drive on these 3rd downs. So we'll see if they can get a stop and no penalty here, Gary.
A big
That's
and.
the and.
That is a big and. So 3rd and 7 for the Falcons. Falcons go with 3 wide out, split wide to the left. In the backfield is Squire. Squire now moves from the right to the left for Brown. Brown takes the snap, looks out to the left, under some pressure, and guess who it is?
Yep.
Right there to make the tackle, Owen Fa'amoe.
Just such a high-energy kid, such a motor out there. He's able to shuck a block and still, move to the left, step up into that gap where the quarterback was trying to go and make a stop.
Good effort by Brown to actually get back to the line of scrimmage because he was hit in the backfield.
Yeah, huge stop there for Snow College.
Snow takes a timeout because I'll just let you know, those on radio that are not watching here, the Falcons came back out on the field. They started to go off like they were going to punt, came back out and looked like they were going to go for it here on 4th down, and the Badgers had to burn a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. This is a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. We'll be back after this.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance Agency in Ephraim. It is surprising how many people do not have any life insurance or adequate coverage today. If you were to suddenly die, would your family have enough money for your funeral and to pay off any debt you may have, or funds to live on with your income no longer available to care for your family? You may be surprised at how low life insurance rates are. Let me sit down with you and discuss how life insurance can benefit you and your family. Call us at Risk Managers in Ephraim, 283-4685.
4th and 7. The Falcons going to go for it here from their own 37-yard line. Trip split wide to the left. 1 wide out wide to the right. Badgers back off the wide receiver's defensive line now. Get some pressure on Brown. Brown scrambles out. Has some room to run. Can he get the first down? I don't think so.
Nope, I don't think he did.
He tried to hold the football out like he was going to get close to it, but actually they marked him at the 40.
Oh, now a flag's coming in.
And then another late flag. Let's see what this is. If this is on the Badgers again, this one I will call out.
Yeah, so I think even if it's on Snow, I think it would be after the play, though, Gary. So I think it would be change of possession, knock Snow back 15 yards, which still stinks. You don't want that, but we'll see who it's on here.
Official coming out to midfield here to make the call. So the Badgers do get it over on downs. Yeah. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. And that's going to be against the Falcons.
Yeah, so basically it was a change of possession, Snow College ball, 15-yard penalty, moves Snow up to the 25-yard line where they're going to have 1st and 10.
I apologize. I think we've got the wrong scoreboard there, Jake. Have we had that the whole time?
41-21.
No, I'm looking at the. We've got a Reaver icon on there.
Oh.
I think we called up the wrong scoreboard there, Jake. There should be. Kind of late to be doing anything about it now, I guess. Hand off to Leggett. Leggett on the fly sweep. Flag on the play. Leggett gets to the line of scrimmage and maybe a gain of about 6. But there is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. Probably holding. The holding call is at the 15-yard line. So that's actually 4 yards further downfield. I apologize to the Falcons fans. We had a scoreboard made. I don't know how the wrong one got called up into our broadcast here.
Well, we got
there
the wrong,
we go.
Now
it's right.
We got the wrong score. We had the wrong score on there, too. It's 41-21 is the score here, not 40-21, but I think Jake's going to get that fixed here.
He is going to get that fixed. But, again, I apologize to the Falcon fans watching this at home.
We hope you have some listening or watching us right now.
So 1st and 14 after the holding call downfield.
Free play.
This is going to be a free play. Sweeten's going to go for the end zone. He's got a man out there. Incomplete. Intended out there for Deontay Davis.
Yeah, did what he was supposed to do there. Gabe Sweeten saw that the Falcon jumped off sides. Just toss that thing towards the end zone. Try and get it. If not, you get those 5 yards back.
So it goes from 1st and 14 now to 1st and 9. And the ball will be marked at the 24-yard line for Snow College.
A lot of things have happened to gain 1 yard here. So 1st and 9.
Yeah, it was 1st and 10. Then it was 1st and 14. Now it's 1st and 9. Sweeten with Tarky Lamson in the backfield behind him. 2 wideouts to the left. Looks like Leggett and Larson. To the near side is Deontay Davis. Sweeten now moves up and brings Targy to his right. Handoff goes to Targy. Targy right into the middle of the line and gains a couple. Sweeten, if he would have pulled that back out, would have had a big gain.
I think it's important now, run that clock.
Exactly.
Just over 9 minutes left. You can get this under 8 minutes here when you snap it. And keep that clock running with a 20-point lead for the Badgers.
Tavita Noah in the slot to the right for Sweeten on 2nd down and 7. Now he looks to the sidelines, down to 10 seconds on the play clock. As the Badgers reset here, down to 5. Lamson moves and moves again, down to 3, 2. And the snap happens right at the break. Dumps it over the middle to Taylor Larson. Larson picks up maybe 2-3 yards to the 21-yard line.
Good defensive play that time by the Falcons. I'm trying to see if that's number 19, Avanti Lockhart, I think, who stepped up and made that open field tackle on Taylor Larson to keep him short of the sticks. Clock keeps running.
3rd down now for the Badgers at the 21-yard line. They've got to get to the 15. So 3rd and 6. Play clock at 15 as Sweeten looks to the sidelines. Trips wide to the left. Deontay Davis split wide to the right for Snow. Sweeten's going to roll to the left, now throw, and it's low and incomplete.
Just right on the sticks that time, and that throw just a little bit low would have been close to a first down. Not sure if it would have been a first down, but I think you're going to see Stockton Lund come on and try and make this a 23-point game.
I think you're right. So this is going to be, what are we looking at here? Probably 37-yard field goal, 38.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call it a 38-yard field goal here from right in the middle. Stockton Lund out of the hold of Taylor Larson. Snap is good. Larson gets the placement down. The kick is up. Plenty of distance. And the kick is good. That might have been good from 48.
Yeah.
So the Badgers move up to 44-21 on the field goal. We'll take the timeout and be back right after this. what did I say, 20?
Are you looking for a TV experience that you'll love? Then listen up. Untitled has partnered with Philo to bring you over 50 channels of live and on-demand TV. Stream your favorite shows from networks like Hallmark, Discovery, Nickelodeon, and more. The best part is Philo gives you over 50 channels with unlimited recording on all of your devices, so you can watch what you want, when you want, for only $20 a month. To sign up, go to go.philo.com/mtcc. That's go.philo.com/mtcc. Untitled, connecting your life since 1907.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium, a beautiful November afternoon. And the Badgers have this game somewhat in control. I'm going to go out on a limb here and open the refrigerator door. Snow Badgers 44 and Lackawanna 21.
It's pretty early, Chick Hearn, to be calling the butter getting hard in the in the refrigerator. That's an old Chick Hearn, Hot Rod Hundley.
Hot Rod Hundley, I'm going to say. But Hot Rod admitted he stole a lot from Chick Hearn.
That's right.
Brody Taylor kicks this one short. It's going to be fielded on a bounce at the 10-yard line. And trying to find an opening and getting all the way out to the 36-yard line on the return is Delvin Palmer. Every time Delvin Palmer gets his hands on it, I hold my breath because he looks like he can just take it.
Yeah,
every time.
Yeah, if we were giving away Little Caesars player of the game for Lackawanna, which we're not, because you're not going to go chase somebody down to give him a pizza, Gary.
No.
But if we were, it would be Delvin Palmer this game, because he's had a great game. Like you say, he's just dangerous. When he gets the ball in his hands, good things happen.
And fortunately for the Badgers, he is off the field right now after that return, but out to the 36-yard line. 7 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in this contest. Badgers 44 and Lackawanna 21. Brown back to pass. Now stops, throws over the middle. High pass. I thought it was way over the head, but climbing the ladder is Colby Young to come down with it.
Yeah, good hit by Khalil Lewis to bring him down in the defensive secondary for the Badgers. But Colby Young's had a great game too. He high points the ball well, and with that kind of size, he's somebody that should be playing at the next level, I would anticipate, after his time at Lackawanna.
I agree. I'm going to remember that name because I think we're going to be seeing him play somewhere.
Yep.
Brown back to pass again, throws the out. Got a man out there who breaks a tackle, turns it upfield, breaks another tackle. This could go all the way. No, Keontae Scott is going to come from behind to make the tackle. What a great catch by Cohen Russell, and then breaking tackles and going down the sidelines down to the 24-yard line.
And I'm looking at Cohen Russell. They show him from State College, Pennsylvania. If he could play at the next level, that's Penn State, Gary.
Yeah.
State College. Yeah. Go put on that white hat. He's got some speed, though. We've seen his speed this whole game, too, on kickoff returns and catches like that.
1st and 10 from the 24. Back to passes Brown. Flushed out of the pocket. Buys himself some time. Now he's going to run it. Down the sidelines. Finally taken down as he gets inside the 15. Very close to the first down. They're going to keep the clock running. And now they're going to mark it just short. Well, I thought he had it marked with his right foot, and then he stepped forward with his left foot. Back to the right foot, so it's at the 15. It's going to be 2nd and 1, less than 1.
We haven't seen Brown run too much today. He hasn't needed to. Done a good job delivering the football, but did a good job there to step out of the pocket and get close to a first down.
Timeout taken by the Badgers. We'll take the timeout as well. Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union, with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, and Gunnison. Proud to support Snow College.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. We have another score as we check the Central Valley Medical Center scoreboard. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. Northwest Mississippi has defeated Jones in the semifinal of the Mississippi Conference, 26-20. Both those teams with 8-2 records now. We'll see what happens in the polls. Brown on 2nd and 1 in the shotgun. Hands it off, and getting the first down was that Purdy in the backfield? No, that's Njcaa Bishop. Yeah, Njcaa Bishop. Njcaa Bishop. So a first down inside the 15 at the 14. Clock continues to run. We're down to 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. And we'll talk about the polls because that is going to really be interesting to see what happens. Yep. Jones was ranked third in the nation and right ahead of Snow College. So Iowa Western sneaks by Georgia Military at number 2, so they should stay there. Brown throws it in the end zone. The Badgers missed coverage, and that's going to be enough for a touchdown.
Yeah.
What happened with the Badger defense out there?
Yeah, that was a good throw.
Beautiful throw, but do we have a replay on that? So that's going to be, a 14-yard touchdown pass? Who ended up catching that? Did you see it? I did too.
I'm going to have to see that replay.
Do we have a replay?
It's in that far corner away from us, so it's kind of tough to see. We apologize.
So the extra point coming up here. 44-27 is the current score. Extra point coming up for the Falcons with 5.5 minutes remaining. Maybe I did open the refrigerator door way too quick. There's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 44-28. We'll take this opportunity for a timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff after this.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Well, welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. I've got Greg trying to bait me into a bet here. So let's run down the polls real quick here for you, at least the top 6. You've got East Mississippi at 9-0, ranked number 1. Iowa Western 7-0, ranked number 2. Jones College just lost. So Jones College was number 3, and they just lost to Northwest Mississippi, who is ranked number 5. You've got Snow College sandwiched in between those two teams, ranked number 4. So does Snow move up to number 3? And then Jones or Northwest moves into number 4?
Yeah,
that's your bet?
Yeah, that would be my bet, unless somebody, like a 6 was to move up if they only had 1 loss, but probably not. You're
number 6
right.
Does only have 1 loss. That's New Mexico Military. Well. Here comes the onside kick. Takes a high bounce. Nice job by, I think that was Elijah Irvin.
Yeah, great job that time. Just go up and get it and fall down. Took a nice little bounce for Lackawanna, but right at the Badger return man.
So Elijah Irvin goes up and makes the catch. And the Badgers will have the ball at the 49-yard line is where they're going to mark it. 49 of Lackawanna. So checking these scores, Northwest Mississippi 26, Jones 20. That's that final. And we've got another.
It'd be cool if Snow could move up to number 2 because then you host.
You're right.
So
I don't see that happening.
Who's number 2? You got
East
Iowa
Mississippi is number 1.
And they're both undefeated.
East Mississippi plays Hines, and that game should be coming up here shortly.
Okay.
So first down, and the handoff goes to Carson Manukin, and he quickly picks up 8-9 yards.
What I was going to get at with that, though, is you want to be top 4 because you want to get into the playoffs, of course, but you also don't want to go to middle of nowhere Mississippi to play a game either. So if you can get to 1 or 2, you would rather them come to you, middle of nowhere Utah, instead of middle of nowhere Mississippi or Iowa. But anyway, top 4, any of those spots, Snow will be happy to go. Just get in that playoff and try to get to Little Rock, Arkansas for the championship game again.
Exactly. Hand off to Mnookin again. Mnookin gets the first down.
Yep, you got extra stuff going by Lackawanna that time, and even getting up, they're just pushing down on the Badger that's laying on the field. So that's going to be 15 yards against Lackawanna, I think.
Carson Mnookin, we don't see him until the fourth quarter. 2 carries, 11 yards.
There you go.
So dead ball, personal foul against the Falcons. You called that one. So that's going to be 15 yards from the 39 to the 24. And the Badgers will have it. Other scores, Iowa Western, not an impressive. Oh, how did that happen? Am I on the right? I'm hoping I'm even on the right date. November 6th, right?
Yeah.
Well, the score at one time for Iowa Western was 20.
Oh, that's weird.
24-17,
yeah,
and now it's 23-19.
Hey, they traded.
Carson Mnookin breaks a tackle. He's down to the 11-yard line.
I was going to say they traded safeties, but that my math is not right there. I don't know what's going on with that. But
that is weird because I gave the score earlier.
Yeah.
But 23-19 was the final. That's even closer than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
So not a real impressive win for Iowa Western. New Mexico Military is playing Trinity Valley today. That game will have an impact. The biggest one is East Mississippi playing Hines. Hand off to Mnookin again. This time Mnookin maybe only 2 yards. And again, a lot of action after the play.
Yeah.
And going in and moving his offensive line out of the play is Gabe Sweeten. Good job by Gabe to keep the line under control. Now a late flag comes in.
And heaven help him if it's a Badger, because Gary's going to call it out.
I will. This is not where you want to have penalties in.
Yeah.
This game, for all intents and purposes, is over other than the final score.
Yeah.
I don't see 16 points going on the board quickly for Lackawanna. You're under 4 minutes to go.
That's on Lackawanna, so Badgers, you're safe. You're safe from the voice of the Badgers calling you out.
And I'm traveling with these guys. I'm getting to know them pretty well.
Yeah, right. But they don't know. They don't care. They're watching the huddle film. They're not listening to you, Gary.
Good point.
Maybe they are.
Good point.
Who
but maybe
knows?
Mom and Dad are?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Mom and Dad will probably call them out as much as you do, though. They're probably more mad than you are.
Well, it's all nothing now because it was on Lackawanna. So 1st and goal for the Badgers inside the 5-yard line. Hand off to John. John lowers the shoulder and gets down to about the 2-yard line. Roughly the 2-yard line. More importantly, clock continues to run. We're down to 3 minutes and 25 seconds and counting.
And they did blow the clock dead there with 3:23. But I don't know why. It wasn't a first down. Now they're running the clock. Okay, yeah, they did blow it dead though. I didn't know why there. But.
So Seth Kalin and Carson Mnookin in the backfield for the Badgers on 2nd and goal. Marquise Montgomery split wide to the left. Deontay Davis split wide to the right. Tavita Noah on the right side of the formation at the tight end position. Gabe Sweeten with 4 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap, hands it off to Carson. Carson runs into the big pile, now tries to bounce it to the outside and gets into the end zone.
That was kind of a fun little play there. Now you got a little bit of craziness going on along the sideline after the play, but Carson Mnookin bounced that clear outside, ran an extra 15 yards towards the sideline to get into the end zone. Just good recognition by him to see where the hole is opening up and bounce it outside.
I don't know how Mnookin does not get more playing time. I do. It's because he's got Seth Kalin, Targi Lamson, and Sione Malisi ahead of him. But every time Mnookin comes into the game, he makes things happen.
Yeah, he's a good running back for him. You bet. Has close to 500 yards rushing this year.
On how many carries though?
Yeah, I don't know his carries.
Yeah, his average yards per carry I think is the highest on the team.
Really.
Extra point is up. Extra point is on the building again.
Skips into the building there.
And a flag is going to be thrown again.
Jeez.
And such a big battle. I shouldn't say well played necessarily, but what a battle between these two teams. I hate to see it marred by these penalties at the end of the game here.
Yeah.
But the Badgers get into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone once again. Mountain America Credit Union. Show your school pride with a Snow College debit card.
TO Building
Available
Systems
now
in
at the
Ephraim.
Ephraim branch. Mountain America Credit Union, guiding you forward. Visit macu.com. Snow College 51 and Lackawanna 28.
Good second half for the Badgers. 24-14 was the halftime score. Outscored them 27-14 here in the second half. So good job by the Badgers on a victory they really needed to stay in that playoff contention that we've talked about a lot, but it deserves to be talked about a lot. That's what you're playing for, is to try and win a national championship.
And what's really hard at this point of the game, or the season, I should say, have you done enough to impress the voters to stay in that number 4 spot or even move up to the number 3 spot?
Because you don't really have a chance to do anything after this, to impress them after this. So
this is the last game of the season for the Badgers, barring a top 4 finish, which would give them one more game and a road trip to either Iowa to play Iowa Western or possibly into Mississippi to play one of the Mississippi schools. Brody Taylor to kick it off for the Badgers. I haven't seen this before. You've got the Falcons standing at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that penalty was against Snow College.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So a low-line drive kick is going to be fielded at the 10-yard line, out to the 20, 25, and going to be taken down at the 27-yard line. Good coverage by Snow College.
I'm trying to get a number there. Is that 13 or 43? It wouldn't be 13 because that's Leggett. So 43, Jackson Smith, defensive back for the Badgers, steps up and makes a good stop there.
So we're down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Checking the Central Valley Medical Center scoreboard. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. Snow College 51 and Lackawanna 28. Iowa Western, I'm guessing this is the final score now, 23-19 over Georgia Military, so just a 4-point win for the Reavers. Northeast Oklahoma A&M has defeated Blinn by a score of 21-8. Northwest Mississippi defeated Jones 26-20. Brown at quarterback steps up a little bit closer in the shotgun. Badgers show blitz. Here they come. Pass over the middle is going to be caught. And trying to jump over the defense, and does, all the way into Badger territory at about the 42-yard line, is Colby Young once again. And Colby Young, you're right. If we were given a player of the game for the Falcons, it would be Colby Young.
Yeah, he's just a big receiver. We talked about him a lot, but you see it right there, big target, and then is able to go over a couple of Badgers. You had Brandon Falau in on that tackle and Khalil Lewis.
So 1st and 10 from the Badger 43-yard line. Brown goes deep and overthrows his intended receiver. Pretty good coverage out there. Brandon Falau in coverage against number 6, Cohen Russell.
And that was Owen Fa'amoy.
Oh, who did I say?
There. Yeah, Brandon Falau.
Oh, yeah. Fa'amoy.
Yeah.
And we've talked about him a lot.
Yeah. He's been all over the field, and the reason you're calling that out is because he's usually doing things in the backfield or right near the line of scrimmage, but to be able to run with a receiver down the sideline like that.
And he was step for step with him.
Absolutely. Now he's all the way back up to blitz. Look at this. He's going to get the sack.
Oh, that would have been a heck of a play. If he would have made that play, Owen Fa'amoe, that would have been amazing because he was in the end zone on the play before, comes back and then rushes the quarterback and really made Brown throw it early.
He didn't stop running. He was running all the way up from the end zone, and they snapped the ball as he's running. To run in there, but a good play that time by Jalen Hughes to break up the pass.
3rd down and 10. Trip split wide to the left. You watch Fa'amoe on this one. No, now he's not going to get there. Brown goes down the sidelines and off the fingertips, almost caught by Colby Young again.
Yeah, just off his fingertips. That would have been a highlight catch right there along the sideline, and he's done everything else today, so why not? But just a little bit too far.
Double coverage out there by the Badgers as well, and he still almost came up with the catch. So 4th down for the Falcons. Young split wide to the left. In the backfield is DeAndre Scott. Tripp split wide to the right. Back to pass is Brown. Brown looks deep to the right. Throws a floater. Knocked away at the last second by Keontae Scott.
Yeah, good pass breakup that time. Brown took a hit. I was looking, hoping there wasn't a late hit for a flag, but yeah, he definitely got knocked to the ground. He's been knocked to the ground by the Badgers quite a few times today. He comes up a little bit slowly on that one, but as it is, it's going to turn it over to the Badgers. 1st and 10. Can just run out the clock here, under 2 minutes.
So the Badgers will have their final possession here at the 42-yard line. So Gabe Sweeten steps in at the starting quarterback role and guides the Badgers to a big 51-28 victory. And it'll be Carson Mnookin and Seth Kalin in the backfield for the Badgers. Play clock is down to 15. You're not running any time off the game clock, so might as well just snap it. Carson Mnookin gets a block, tries to get to the outside, taken down as he gets across the 45-yard line. Clock continues to run.
A little bit of pushing on the sideline there after the play, but luckily no flag comes in, just keeps that clock running.
And what do we got? You're the one that always tells us we get 2 more plays, 3 more plays.
Yeah, you got 22. Yeah, you're gonna have to run two more.
Two more.
Yeah.
So victory formation here for the Badgers.
After gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sweeten will watch the play clock and try to snap this as close to 1 second as he possibly can. And it's a low snap. He takes it and then comes up near the line of scrimmage and takes a kneel down.
So that 40-second clock will reset. It hasn't yet. It probably should have about 10 seconds ago. But
yep.
Yeah, they're asking. Oh, and now they ask it to be pushed up to the 25. See, the problem you had there was, well, it doesn't matter. They reset the play clock to 25. It really doesn't matter.
And then didn't run it.
Yeah,
you got to take a knee one more time.
They'll snap it one more.
So Sweeten watching the clock, and this will end it. The Badgers win this game 51-28 is your final. We'll take an opportunity for words from our sponsors, and we'll also come back with a recap, and hopefully Coach Zach Erickson will make his way up here for the post-game show. And we'll do that right after this Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union is your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, and Gunnison. Proud to support Snow College. We'll be back after this.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center, where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a 3rd location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Why do people everywhere love my style checking?
It has rewards you'll flip for.
I love my travel rebates!
With my style, the spotlight's always on me.
We can send money with Zelle. Good boy.
For me, It's instant issue debit card.
Find out why people everywhere love My Style Checking from Mountain America at macu.com.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester joined now with head coach Zach Erickson. And coach, great win for you here. Final game of the regular season here on Terry Foote Field. A couple of interesting things that happened that you're probably not aware of. Northwest Mississippi defeated Jones.
Of course they did.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing. Iowa Western actually struggled with Georgia Military. Final was 23-19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for a while there we thought it was going into overtime. They had some issues with the scores being updated, but 23-19. You guys, you started extremely hot. I mean, you score on your first 3 possessions. It's 21-0. This is looking like it's going to be a blowout. Lackawanna came back really strong in that second quarter, and then, quite honestly, didn't finish in that second quarter right there at the end, which – But you guys came out in the second half, and you still had some momentum. I was really worried that was going to give Lackawanna all the momentum, but you got the ball, and your first and third quarters really made a difference in this game.
They did a good job of making adjustments come the second half or the second quarter, and it's really frustrating for us because we weren't executing the way we needed to in that second quarter, especially down there on the goal line. That's 2 years in a row now we've been on the goal line and haven't gotten the end zone. And so we challenged our guys at halftime. We said, hey, it's a momentum game, and we got to be able to go out and get the momentum back here in the second quarter or the third quarter, and make sure that we can take that into the whole second half so that we can win. I mean, we know that our fate really is not in our hands, but we know we had to come out, we had to finish, we had to execute, and we did that at times throughout the game. So I was pleased with that.
Yeah, you said that second half, that third quarter, you guys did some things that you had trouble doing before, and that was running the ball. You were able to run the ball, and you moved down the field. I thought the third quarter was about as good as you guys have played.
Yeah, we came out, made some adjustments to their adjustments in the second quarter, and hats off to Coach Atwell, our offensive line coach, being able to pick up on some of that stuff where now they were overloading in their stack that kind of we talked about in the pregame and the stuff that they were doing. And so we were able to come back and use our tight ends to be able to motion and run counters and stuff that they hadn't quite seen. And so it was a good job of our guys being able to execute that stuff in the third quarter.
Coach, this is a good team. I mean, you did beat them 51-28, but this is a good team. And hopefully everybody understands that this is a good team and a quality win.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys are a very good football team. They're very well coached. And I think it goes to show maybe how good our football team is when we show up and we execute.
Okay. Gabe Sweeten, your starting quarterback today. I thought he played an excellent game. He made some good decisions. I mean, that first quarter, he was putting some passes right on the money.
Yeah, I could talk about Gabe all day, but I'll just keep it short and sweet. If you're giving player of the game, it should go to Gabe all day.
Well, that's who we gave it to.
There we go. Good deal.
Player of the game was
Good
Gabe
deal.
Sweeten, and our steal man of the game, Owen Fa'amoe.
Oh,
my goodness. That last series, he went from guarding the wide receiver in the end zone, ran up the field, got to the line of scrimmage at the time they snapped the ball, and almost got to the quarterback.
Yes, he did. That's Owen for you. That's what
he's
does.
got Greg said it. He's got a motor.
Yes, he does. Yeah, we love Owen.
All right. So, Coach, this is the hard part now. The season's over. Now you just you wait.
We wait. We sit around and wait. We had a loss in front of us, so that bodes well for us. We'll see what happens.
Okay, Coach. Good luck to you, and we'll talk to you on the week.
Of the playoff game.
Of the playoff game.
All right, thanks,
all right, sounds good. Thanks, Coach. All right, we're going to keep it right here. Greg, from the second half there.
Yeah. So 51-28 final score. I don't know if you want to run down. Do you want to run down the scoring in the second half there?
Sure,
Gary?
yeah.
So you had a field goal on the first possession for the Badgers by Stockton Lund, made the score 27-14. They were able to get the ball back after forcing a punt against Lackawanna. Targi Lamson had a 4-yard touchdown run, made it 34-14. The next time Snow had the ball, 3-yard touchdown run by Targi Lamson, 41-14. Devontae Scott had a touchdown run for Lackawanna, made the score 40. let's see, 40. What would that make it? 41-21.
Oh,
and then, Stockton Lund had another field goal, made it 44-21. 14-yard touchdown pass for Lackawanna made it 44-28. And then Carson Manukin finished it off for the Badgers. Final score 51-28. He had a 2-yard touchdown run where he ran many more yards than 2, but he gets credited with a 2-yard touchdown run.
Nice run by Carson Manukin. So the Badgers, I think, finished strong.
Absolutely.
But it is one of the hardest things now is to just wait because there's a lot of other teams that are playing one more week. Did you do enough to move to number 3? Did you do enough to hold at number 4 or number 3?
I don't think there's any way they can take them out of the top 4
I
with
hope
this
not.
win over a 16th ranked, if you will, the top vote getter outside of the top 15 in the rankings. Lackawanna here, a somewhat dominant victory here. I don't think there's any way you can keep them out of it, unless because you've got some of these one-loss teams that have lost twice now today. Jones, you mentioned. Worst case scenario, I think Snow goes in number 4. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Well, I definitely hope you're right there. The Badgers need to be into the playoffs. So a good win. We ought to mention, too, the volleyball team for Snow College ended up winning the Region 18 tournament over in Colorado Northwestern. And they defeated USU Eastern 3-1. So in the tournament they played, Colorado Northwestern beat them 3-0. They played nationally ranked Salt Lake Community College on Friday as well and beat them 3-1, and then defeated USU Eastern 3-1. USU Eastern was the number 1 ranked team in the conference. They finished number 1. Salt Lake was the number 2. Snow College was the number 3, but the Badgers come out on top.
Heck yeah. There you go. Good weekend for Snow.
Good weekend for Snow. So any final comments here? Again, our player of the game is Gabe Sweeten. Our player of the game gets a Little Caesars pizza, a $5 large pepperoni or cheese pizza. For fresh pizza fast, make a pit stop at Little Caesars in Nephi, Ephraim, and also in Gunnison. And our Sanpete Steel man of the game,
Owen Fa'amoy.
And he gets a Sanpete Steel hoodie. Sanpete Steel, done right and on time. Sanpete Steel, Steel man of the game. And Badgers, big win. I have said it over and over again, but it is a big win. You got some style points in here.
Yep.
You end up winning by 23 points to a very good Lackawanna Falcon team, and hopefully it's enough to get the Badgers into that playoff.
1 3-point loss all year to who is ranked number 2.
Right.
That's all Snow has. Like I say, this is why I'm as confident as I am in those pollsters that Snow will stay in the top 4, even with those other teams maybe having another game or two.
So. I hope you're right. Yep. We'll sit back and wait for that to happen and to transpire. But, Greg, thanks for helping me out with the broadcast this season.
Thanks for having me.
And it's been a good one. Thanks to Jake Mortensen and the girls out on the camera for Snow TV. If we have another game, we have another game. And if we don't, we'll be turning our attention to basketball here shortly. So for Greg Sterner and for Jacob Mortensen, I'm Gary Chedester. Have a pleasant weekend.